It's the biggest first place prize of the series to date and a final six that has the potential to deliver the most action of the series to date. And with that, we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the 2025 World Series of Poker inside the Horseshoe Event Center, where we see the 17-time World Series of Poker Bracelet winner, Phil Hellmuth. Dan Smith, next to him, Cowboy Dan getting into the mix, as well as Nick Schulman at this table on the 10K No Limit 2-7 Low Ball Championship. We'll keep an eye on that tournament as we bring you to the main stage for final table coverage of the 25K High Roller. 392 entries down to 6, including Brent, a main event champion.
2015, you may remember the dominance of Joe McKeehen.
Yes.
Guess what? This Eagle, this Philly fanatic, he can play ball.
So we have a world champion and we have a worldwide superstar, Masato Yokosawa out of Japan, almost 1 million subscribers. And Brent, we also have a world record holder in Andy Ostapchenko. How about 7 main event cashes in a row?
An unthinkable feat, 7 consecutive cashes at the main. He must be tight and conservative, right, Jeff? Absolutely not. The game is off the charts. It's unorthodox. It is very difficult to deal with.
He has almost 20 million. Mathew Frankland out of the UK in second. Chang Lee in third. Eli Berg, fourth. Yokosawa and McKeehen rounding out the star-studded final table with the payout presented by Octopi. Our final 6 guaranteed. $125,000, about a $120,000 and up top, a first prize of more than $1.9 million. Let's shuffle up and deal and play for a World Series of Poker Bracelet.
You nailed that, buddy. What an open.
Oh, thank you.
Proud
You
of
did
you.
a great job, too.
Yeah.
I last more than one hand.
And that's it. It's a
Something
gun.
I already knew.
Joe McKeehen fan. I'm just going to put that out there right here, right now. Dry wit, clever fella. I don't know what's going on with the arm, as we have a cookie delivery right here on our booth. Jeff. How about that?
Way to start a show.
Yeah.
It's not so juicy.
It's gotta be Kathy, right?
Donnie, yeah.
Ah, you still want the pot?
Congratulations to PokerGO President, Poker Hall of Famer Morias, the Naughty final tabling, the 10K 7-card stuff.
Yeah, 5th place, heck of a run. He's still sleeping. He said he's going to need about 3 or 4 days to hibernate, and then come back to work.
Cheated at this point.
30 seconds, right? It's 30 seconds, right? It is 30 seconds, right?
20 seconds before the flop.
20 seconds.
No, it's incorrect. But after the hand, it's fine.
You called it that anyway, it's fine.
Mention
It's
the
30 now, is it?
unorthodox style, right? How about 525,000 to go?
I think
We
that's
are
why he was
so used to
asking.
seeing the 2x open.
It's definitely 30 post flop,
2x
so-
Yeah, 30
opens. How
post
about
for sure.
525 with 5-3 off?
Andrew doesn't need 30 seconds, he needs 5.
300.
It's 300.
300.
300, yeah. 300.
Both flop pairs here.
Andrew, fine, bet that shot. Let's go bet that shot. Regardless of what happens, let's at least have a shot. I just want the sweat. Come on, Andrew. 4-3 offsuit, one time. I'll never see it coming.
Plenty of outs. If you ever blow a 9 off, it's
And yes,
in.
15.
Let's get to the river.
That could be okay for the team. Good chance, no. Probably down for the team on that.
Check. Good start for Masato.
Then I know.
So, can I call the floor?
Get some clarification.
I made sure the team I shot probably would have gotten through.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful we have a shot clock.
Can I call the
You're
floor?
at like 7.
Can I call the floor?
Do you think it changes at the final table?
No.
It's been 20 every
It's the same
every-
thing it's
yeah.
been. Yeah.
What?
21st
Last day it was 30
I
seconds.
know, they fucked it up yesterday.
It's
that's
been
why.
20.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was long.
Yeah, they've been getting it wrong
What?
both ways for quite a while.
No. I was
It's
just,
alright. He wasn't, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. It's very weird. We've been playing like
We
30
played-
seconds like last night. Like,
Yeah, we
right,
played both.
whole day.
We played both.
You played both?
It's whatever the
Yeah,
dealer
yeah,
feels
yeah.
like, honestly.
Yeah. They finally confirmed
Finally,
it now.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Like we called the floor like 3 times and the...
Oh.
Guys, stop. I have cards.
Oh no.
is your second
2 million.
act, and then you get 30 seconds. If you raise it, basically 3-bet, then it would move.
2 million.
Thank you, Jeff. Meanwhile,
2 million from the
McKeehen
cutoff,
is
huh?
essentially committing himself all in.
Yeah, I was thinking before the cutoff, man.
Yeah, you were.
Bigs, a dream.
You know, I wasn't sure until I was fucking the cutoff. That one. True story.
You heard him say it. These guys
Call
folded
code?
out a turn and helped his decision.
It's close from cutoff. So
Is that what
I
happened?
don't know if I'm
When
supposed
you're
to check
tanking,
that 6, but when
it's
2
pretty
people literally give me that fucking gift, I think it's a clear cutoff shot.
yeah.
That was a cutoff shot. That was an I'm not
Clear
sure.
runaway victory for Joe McKeehen in 2015. One of the more dominant.
My hand was suited, or my hand
Oh,
wasn't
not
suited.
one of
the
the more. It was the
Fair.
most dominant
Fair.
performance in World Series of Poker main event history.
I just survived the hand on the final table. That's fantastic.
It's huge.
Yeah, I made it 10 bigs. Can't go more than 10, man.
It's Jack.
Yeah, you weren't even all in.
Jack suited.
Didn't even risk them all.
You call and we check it down. I assume you bet against Byron because you hit a queen. You're going to check it down and call
Well,
it.
take a look at the charts, and they say you should raise ace-jack suited.
Raise to 500.
I was happy when you bet. I'm like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, you
fucking
know.
hit, let's go.
Got some
Byron
fun.
like called fast too. He wasn't like signed at all. So. Do that something too.
McKeehen, king, queen, big. The ante posted a little more than 12 bigs.
He's thinking about maybe just grip and rip.
All in.
Yes, he is.
Count.
Should be 24.2.
Ought to be 24.
Should be 2.4 million and 20,000.
Get a count. I imagine.
Just to make sure it's 2.4, but I don't think
2.4
we're ever
million.
folding ace-jack suited.
2.42 million. Don't forget the 20.
Okay.
He's already opened to 500,000.
12.1, not 12. You know, big difference.
Not a slow roll, bit of a nit roll. Must call, mandatory.
Here it is, and here we
Yep.
go. Joe McKeehen all in and at risk.
Ah. Oh, what the fuck? That's so much better than I thought. Thought it was gonna call that like fucking ace 6 or something.
Heard McKeehen say it after the tank. Thought it was worse than ace-jack suited. Champ is all in and at risk.
Only got one suit too.
Need a little bit of help.
Only got one suit too. Fucking brutal. That's good net roll advertisement right there.
7-6
A
deuce.
good start.
I'll give you the king of spades. We need sweat. It's on TV.
Just the king of spades. That's all McKeehen wants.
Gonna have to be pure drama.
This guy's gonna be bigger than a 7 at least. I'm like 50-50.
Another deuce on the turn. McKeehen needing a king or a queen.
Well, good luck, guys.
Said it's a
Good game, bud.
5.
See ya.
I think the job.
See you around.
Good game, Joe McKeehen. The elbow
Okay.
awkwardly meets the fist.
Yeah, you got to do the elbows when you've got
Yep.
the cast on. Yeah. It's all right, Joe. You've got your Super Bowl already with
That's
the
right.
Eagles. You don't have to win all the titles every
he's
single
crushing.
time.
Still going to complain about those NBA refs, though, with the Sixers. McKeehen
Unbelievable.
out at 6, $325,757.
He's not wrong.
The ref's fault. New look at the leaderboard brought to you by PokerStars. And number 5, Eli Berg, the good doctor, along with Masato Yokosawa. The shortest stacks, still plenty deep. 25 bigs for them. Moving up the leaderboard, it's Mathew Frankland, Chang Lee, and Andrew Ostapchenko.
You said the good doctor for Eli Berg. He's an emergency room physician.
In Massachusetts.
Now, where is that? Is that in Ohio?
That's on the East Coast. You should be somewhat
Yeah,
familiar.
no, it's nailed it. So's Ohio.
Yeah, that's
Right on the
towards the
coast.
east. Yeah. Masato calls the open here with 2 5s. Dr. Berg happy to get involved at
Cheers,
the
bud.
9-10.
Tricky hand for Masato to play under 30 bigs with the 5s. almost always hoping to drill a set, otherwise you're done with it. Unless he's got other intentions of going bananas. Be ill-advised as our chip leader, Andy, top pair.
Checks around. Turn 3. Checks around once more. Deuce. Sand best.
Certainly is. And how about the way he's decided to play this? Very under wrap, check flop, check turn. At this point, he has to know that his top pair is most likely good. He's hoping to eke out one street of value. No takers. The rich get richer, as Kyler Montoya says.
Ours
They
button
won
good. Button's not
$1
good.
bounty pool a couple weeks ago at the Mystery Millions to kick off this series. Let's take a look at our chip leaders bio board presented by Play Poker Go. Graduated from Harvard. You heard of that one?
Yeah, it's in Ohio.
It's not in Ohio.
No, tough. You know what he went to
Hello,
Harvard
Essay.
for? How about art and film? How about that?
He originally went to become a neurosurgeon, got taken over by those arts that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Stumbled upon filmmaking. Focused on that. Well, and poker.
I did not focus on anything related to studies when I attended college.
You go to Harvard?
They call it the Harvard of the East,
The Harvard of
St.
the East.
Bonaventure University. That's
Well,
right.
actually, a lot of smart people I know went there.
Yeah.
That's not even me being sarcastic. I'm not saying you are one of them, but I do know smart people.
Oh no,
who
I
went
am
to
one
St.
of them.
Bonaventure.
I even have a master's degree from St. Bonaventure University. No free ads, of course. Go Bonnies.
Jack Lee is the ace jack facing Franklin's raise. Franklin has a premium. Just defends, and it comes king 3-3.
Absolutely gin for Franklin. I watched coverage deep into the night.
That was terrific, by the
Well,
way, wasn't it? That
fantastic,
day
yeah.
2 coverage, while also seeing Chino versus Nick Guagenti heads up for the 10K stud bracelet.
Yeah. What I didn't see throughout that, maybe I fell asleep, Jeff. You know, I'm an old man.
Yeah, you are very old.
10 o'clock rolls around. I am sawing logs. I didn't see much of Frankie here. Mathew Frankland from the UK.
Nickname is Frankie.
In a remarkable resume. Coming up on more than $3 million
That's
in
been impressive.
earnings. A couple of big titles.
How about earlier this year? In fact, just about a month ago, won a 2,200 euro EPT PokerStars Open high roller in Monte Carlo. Then 5 days later, finished 4th in that EPT 25K.
Yeah.
Those don't get the easiest of fields.
Probably
You gotta
feels
be able to
like
play ball.
home turf for Frankie. Seeing PokerStars all over the inner rail, right? This is a, hey, what is this, an EPT?
I'm back.
I'm back, baby, yeah.
His 3rd World Series of Poker final table. 6th online in 2023. And a 6th in the WSOP Paradise mini main event last year. And drawing the ire of Lee, a bit of a stare down after that one.
Well, it's an intense game. You know, a lot of stare downs. I've watched so much Alex Foxen footage that whenever I sit down to play, I feel like I am him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You think your stare down's just as
Oh,
intimidating? I'm sure.
I've heard this over the years.
Yeah.
What a very intimidating stare down I have.
10 seconds.
Fierce.
You, Chidwick, Foxen,
Yeah. Ivy.
450.
and Ivy, yeah. Ostapchenko flick it in with the 10-6 off.
10 seconds.
Comes queen 4-3.
You're just praying, if you're Berg, to somehow find a way to win this pot. Does not connect with any pair.
I'm guessing by now has played a decent amount with Andy, knows he's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
knows
yeah.
he can put pressure on you at any time.
This is a lovely card for Berg. I know he, again, still doesn't have a pair, but it favors him range-wise, right? Every time that Ostapchenko checks flop and again on turn, we start to feel pretty good about ace-high. We will get to the river.
Which is an 8.
And now is when those here. We're ready. Here we go. He's so excited. All right, ace-high, please be good.
End of this. Show it down. Pick up the pot. Onward. Mentioned earlier, quite a turnout in this 25K high roller. As we take a look at the tournament summary brought to you by Oats Overnight. Winning is easier with 20 grams of protein. Please shake responsibly. Down to our final 5 from 392 entries. A prize pool of more than $9 million. First place prize of almost $2 million. I feel like we could have just made the first place a cool $2 million, right?
10 seconds.
Take 50K away elsewhere.
Yeah, why don't we just round up?
It's
Whenever
right
we
there.
get really close to a
Yeah,
nice
just
big
bump it up.
number, just
Thank you to the World Series ahead of time for that.
you can round down as well, right? If it's $2,010,036, just make it $2 million
Oh,
and
it's
put
very
that
friendly.
10K elsewhere.
Everybody will be thrilled.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it.
Here we go. 3, 5.
10-5-4 pairs for Lee and Yokosawa.
Notice, by the way, Lee just limping button with Queen 10. You told me that Yokosawa has a nickname. Is that right?
It might be right that he has a nickname. It is not right that I told you that.
I thought you called him like the world. He's got something
Well,
that he calls himself.
I said he's a worldwide superstar, but he probably doesn't call himself worldwide superstar. Is there something with the worldwide, though?
Yeah, you know what? This is my fault. I thought you knew this answer.
Yeah.
You clearly don't. And now I'm just making us both look silly. Because I don't know what the nickname is. I thought you did. So now we got to make up one.
Should probably be worldwide.
4.
Isn't there another guy named World Famous or something, and he's really not famous?
Hat lines.
That's him, yeah. Yeah.
So runs out.
Okay, his nickname is worldwide.
Thank you,
There
Jeff.
we go. We did it.
I knew we nailed
did
it.
Totally
right
missed
there
that
on
hand.
the Google
but-
search. That hand
did.
won't make the broadcast. It's a limped pot, you know, not a lot going
Well,
on.
maybe it'll make the broadcast because of this incredibly stimulating conversation. So the blinds do go up. 120K, 240K, 240K big blind ante.
Here we go, Berg.
10 seconds.
The good Dr. Berg.
Today is 5:25.
Masato Queen Jack suited.
Worldwide, Yokosawa, he's been involved early and often. Another pretty one.
10 seconds.
How much is it?
17 bigs. Does not have to shove. Hand is way too pretty to fold. He's just going to flick in a call.
Time extension.
I think I would have liked the shove.
Why not? When you are the short stack, a hand
Right,
that good,
right, exactly.
get a lot of folds.
Especially from ace deuce. Not to be results oriented.
then you're blocking ace jack and ace queen. You know, if you get called by ace king, so be it.
So be it.
60,
Let's run
40,
it.
let's run it. I got the shovels, you got whatever else. Dig your own grave. Which is what I'm going to do because funerals are
10
expensive.
seconds.
575.
575,000. The real Dr. B up to about 6.8 million.
The real Dr. B. Are you taking shots at Dr. Brickenhoff? The guy who
Oh,
slow
we
rolled you
we
at
called
the
him
Venetian?
Dr. B also.
Yeah.
This is my Dr. B. A look at Dr. Berg's Bio Board presented by Play Poker Go, the CEO at Logix Health. Earned his MD from the University of Massachusetts. Shout out Marcus Camby.
Outstanding recognition.
Thank you.
Marcus
You'd be
Camby.
proud of the college basketball
Yeah.
Atlantic 10 shout
we're
out.
at
I
2:40.
watched him collapse
Thank you.
coming out of the tunnel at St.
Oh, I remember you
Bonaventure.
told
Shout
me
out
this.
St. Bonaventure
Yeah, again. Yeah.
Yeah, Woj, here we go. Unfurl.
Time extension.
Anyway, sure, everyone wants to hear about 810 hoops. Let's watch poker.
Lee opens to 500K and Franklin has 2 10s.
Franklin, Lee,
10 seconds.
both very healthy.
Just calls in the small blind while Berg has 2 7s.
Oh, this call
Oh,
is treacherous for Berg. He probably feels compelled to
10
grip
seconds.
and rip. Call it 28 big blinds or so to start the hand.
and there is the jam. This is going to work out perfectly for Franklin, I do believe. But Lee is the one who has asked for a count.
Well, this would be awfully ambitious.
This
Could
is
you
a lot for 2 5s.
If somehow Lee decided to call with the 5s, I think Franklin would have to fold the
Agreed.
2 10s.
He's got 4, 5, 6, 6,600,000 and 6.65.
I don't, maybe Lee, it's his favorite hand. I don't know. I thought he'd be out instantly.
I can't imagine he's going to be in. But it is giving it what at least appears to be genuine consideration.
The guy could be batting 1,000 with 5s, always hitting a set.
What was
I
the
don't know.
count?
Does fold.
6,600,000.
We found the real hand.
Franklin asks for confirmation.
Time extension.
You don't love it. You think
Sure.
you're flipping a lot. It's half your stack, give or take. But I think 2 10s, too much of a hand to consider folding. He does think Berg should be extra tight, cautious, and careful, considering Yokosawa is so short.
Jacks, of course, being the ultimate nightmare, but to your point,
Time
been a lot, and then in these scenarios, it's fantastic.
How many have I used? 1.
Frankie, find the call with the 10s. Finds a call and the 10s hold. He's our new chip leader.
Time extension.
Just gotta find it. There it is, Frankie.
Makes the call, going to be thrilled to see 2 7s. He shows his 2 10s.
Hold first.
About 14 million in this pot. Berg needs to find a lucky 7. First 3, come ace a6. No help to the good doctor who's on his feet.
Smart move, stand up. Maybe reach out for a handshake. That's how you summon the sevens.
When does the mic go off? Which I hate, by the way. I don't like when we take the mics off, just in case. Turn is a deuce.
Okay, now grab a backpack if you have one.
Oh, no, I think the mic is actually going to come off.
Rip it right out. There it is.
Oh, nope, gonna leave it on. Respect. Needing a 7 to stay alive. And finding a 7 on the river!
It worked!
6-6.
Take your seat, Dr. Berg.
That is insane.
The lucky 7 does arrive.
Wow.
That changes the whole dynamic of this tournament.
That 7 potentially worth so much money, considering there's almost 2 million up top.
The rest of the table oh so close to what about a 180K pay jump.
Oh. Whoa.
Off to the side, pain to look. Not so much pain here. Woo-hoo-hoo.
7 from heaven.
How much you playing, Masato?
Maybe a believer, Jim.
There you go. Good time for us to take a look at the leaderboard. It is presented by PokerStars. Does find Eli Berg in 3rd now at about 14 million. Ostapchenko retains the chip lead in 2nd. Frankie falls all the way down to 4th. And all the way down to 6.4 million. Yokosawa remains the shortest stack.
Raise 500.
Flopping a set always feels fantastic, but is there anything better than sucking out and doing it on the river, especially when you're under the lights and the cameras are rolling? The world is tuned in.
Well, that feeling I wouldn't know.
Well, neither would I, but I'm guessing that that is one of the most spectacular feelings ever.
Actually, you know, not about me, but in 2015, the year that
Moving
Joe
on.
McKeehen
Here we go.
won the World Championship, I finished 60th. That was on the
I
feature
think we have a
table.
promo here, Jeff. Just wanted to point that out.
When I
Music's
also passed.
rolling. Hit us.
Let me tell you a little bit about Octopi Poker. At octopipoker.ai, it is indeed the next generation study system. If you want to have fun studying poker, you can do just that on Octopi. For a casual player, it's great. If you're an elite pro, it's great. It's fun to use. It's affordable, full of so many different features. They just upgraded the site from a stats perspective for us to use with the high rollers that we usually see. It's also fantastic. Check it out, octopipoker.ai.
I like dark mode, by the way. My eyes
Well,
hurt,
dark mode's
and
a must.
it's a
17
must
days,
everywhere.
right?
They finally have it.
Yeah, less,
And I'm
like
hearing
16,
the app
15
might
ish.
be coming out soon as well.
10 seconds.
That dark time.
No,
Franklin Ace King.
don't think so, Jeff.
2.2 million.
Raise 2.2.
Time extension.
Makes it 2.2.
Is that right? That's hefty.
It is indeed. Ace 10 suited for Masato. Not quite good enough. Good lay down.
Detroit Poker in the chat says, why would you feel good about playing bad and getting lucky? I mean,
Better than playing bad and getting eliminated.
right. I mean, that's the only way I know how to play. Bad and get lucky. Why wouldn't I feel good? Back to work, Frankie.
Raise
He's king a moment ago, now ace-9, he wants more.
Berg with 6s.
10 seconds.
Passes. Ace 4 on.
10 seconds.
2.6 back.
Roughly.
Yeah.
It's
2.5.
about 10 bigs
Thanks.
behind. King 8 deuce. Frankie bets. Frankie wins.
I hate this blind level. The maths is fucking. I hate this blind level. The maths is.
Yeah,
Go with the
it's
240K
so
big instead of the
complicated.
250K.
I was just calculating how much is the pot.
Yeah. I just reverted to big blinds. I was like, we'll figure it out if he calls
Yeah,
the flop.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I looked in the structure sheet because I'm a total nerd after our last 25K. And it does have 250K big blind, but oh. You look much at structure sheets?
Didn't even know they existed.
Hello.
Says hello before he looks down
Yeah.
at the ace-deuce suited.
Me likey.
What's coming next?
Orange.
All of it. That's a
It's like
winner.
2.5.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
That's a winner for one of my
First one was
favorite
good.
people in poker, Masato Yokosawa. The poker vlogger.
I thought you
the
said I
absolute
do it.
superstar.
Can do it.
Million subscribers on YouTube. Has more than 300 million views. So we take a look at his bio board presented by PokerGO. Number 6 on Japan's all-time money list. Finished 45th in the main 2 years ago.
I feel like very chill because you guys like bothering with like big stack, boom, boom, boom. I'm just 10 big blind.
I
and go
actually
all
feel
in,
more
yeah.
chill now than I did with 30 million, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier for me now. I'd rather have won, but
10 seconds. Time extension.
The open series queen. Birthday King Jack suited. It's the call.
Time extension.
Queen 6-3. Top air for a lead. 3 of the royal. For Berg.
We call it the good 3.
The good 3. We do call it that.
Time extension.
600,000.
$1.8 million.
Ooh, the check. Yes, the check raised to 1.8 million.
Most occasions, this is quite nice, but step right into it against top pair, top kicker. Are plenty of turn cards that are very interesting.
extension.
Tell you, the good doctor, he's clearly put his work in off the film. This is outstanding texture.
So it just so happens to run into it here.
10 seconds.
He makes the call. Got 5 million in this pot. Turn is an ace, aces and queens. Does provide Berg with the Broadway draw.
Berg really has to think about what he's repping at this point, and he does slow it down. Pulling the trigger there would have been, well, optimistic, to say the least.
Now how does Lee choose to proceed?
10 seconds.
1.5. 1.5.
Goes 1.5 million.
Should I show the car?
Please,
Should I show the car?
17 million in chips.
Should you? Sure.
I'd have shown it.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
240. 21.
Sorry.
Gotta love True Classic as a presenting sponsor of our World Series of Poker coverage.
Every day you've got
Yep, always
one of
wearing
those
it,
t-shirts.
playing or working.
Raise. 480.
Frankie up to 480 with the ace-9 suited, Lee the king-6 of hearts.
Call.
Call.
Does call.
Time extension.
Queen 7-3, couple clubs. One diamond.
Absolutely electric atmosphere inside.
I think I saw one
Let's see,
fan.
there we
Oh,
go.
there are a couple.
There's 3 people there. I see them.
Check, check. Turn king.
The
Lee
long
takes the lead.
Came a cowboy.
$375.
10 seconds.
$375K, and Frankie makes the call with just ace high.
10
Wow,
seconds.
this is ambitious. I was ready to move on. I thought we had another hand coming up, but instead.
Does Lee continue to hunt for value? Or does that call on the turn make him a bit cautious on the river?
What is Frankie's plan here with ace high? Does he think that he can just get to showdown?
Check. King.
He does
Believe
think
so.
it's the best hand.
Does go check, check. He gets even closer to the chip lead.
Thank you.
Looking for his first World Series of Poker bracelet. Event number 30, the 10K No Limit Deuce to 7 Championship. This field is full of World Series of Poker bracelet winners.
Yeah,
A
like
star-studded field to say the least. I saw Phil Helmy his own wing to be seen the second time. Almost 8 times.
Look at him, just vibing, just chilling, little massage. Yesterday, he was drinking wine all day, all night, playing this game. Low ball. Pile of chips.
You know he has a vlog.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
He just got the 3 and then the 4th one came up.
And we have Nick Schulman.
Take Greg.
Perhaps
He's saying he might be able to take him to fight.
Yeah, he's
some
really
wrestling.
flexing on him. I love
can't
that
beat him in a
neighbor
fight.
quite literally, like, I thought that was Maury again
You ever wrestle?
hopping into the 7. That's
wrestling.
FGC, by the way, Greg.
And that's actually Frank Casella.
That was Frankie
I'm pretty sure that was Frank Casella.
with a beard. I
Yeah.
had no idea he could.
Hadn't seen him in a
Wow.
while.
He looked good. Thank you for, by the way, reminding us that Daniel Negreanu does in fact have a vlog.
It's great. You should check it out. It's on YouTube.
Is it new?
Very new. I get the impression.
First
Yeah, just
episode
started a
came
couple
out?
days ago.
All right. Give it a spin.
You know, some band wrote a song for him and Amanda. Tournament format brought to you by Splash Sports. $25,000 buy-in for this event, 1 hour levels. This is day 3. You can have up to 2 bullets in this one.
Song is quite catchy.
It's great.
I had it playing in the house.
Did you really?
Was
You
it
guys were bumping
yesterday or
it?
2 days ago? Yeah, my wife was even singing it.
Raise 480.
And not to brag or make it about us, but we're in a text group with Daniel and Amanda.
Right.
And Daniel sent that song to us. And I didn't see it or listen to it for a while, but right away you said LFG. And I was like, oh, you know, Brent must be familiar with what's going on here. I don't know. And then I clicked on the song and listened. But you sent that LFG text right away.
Well, yeah, because when
Did you
Daniel
know that it was
Negreanu sends us something and it looks like a Spotify song,
Yeah.
I instantly
You got it.
listen. I got to hear it, and it was
You just knew right away it was
my
gold.
kind of vibe.
I mean, I was crying, laughing, listening to it. It's incredible. And then it got kind of like catchy.
I was crying
Kind
because it was such fine art. You know, Grammy.
Terrific. Check it out on
Potential.
Spotify. It's called, I think it's just called the Negreanu.
Do we even know who made it? It's like an AI or bot written song, right? I mean, there's no way that it's.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and then even the art that accompanies the song is quite obviously AI generated. Not judging, by the way, because even most
awesome.
people these days are AI generated. Did you ever seen iRobot?
I don't think the Will Smith movie.
Yeah. How about Terminator?
I saw
500?
Terminator.
Yeah, I'm
of
telling you,
course.
I mean, AI is coming for us. It's already here, among us.
Did you think that after watching Terminator, or because of recent AI developments?
Arnold.
Oh, that's great. Frankie defends the King 8 suited.
10 seconds.
for 1 diamond. Was that out? This.
Are you? Yeah, I believe you were unintentionally humming out loud. You thought.
Very catchy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the mic on.
Five.
Berg will continue here. Frankland will not. You ever been to Barcelona?
Probably not.
What about Malta?
That I've been to. It's right. It's in Ohio.
No, it's not. It's in Ohio. There are 3 more EPT stops. That's the European Poker Tour in 2025. At the end of the summer, the 18th through the 31st of August, the Poker World gathers in Barcelona for the biggest European event of the year. In October, from the 1st through the 12th, the tour returns to Malta for the first time since 2016, not in Ohio. And the season concludes in Prague in December, also not in Ohio, from the 3rd through the 14th. For more details on the EPT, check out the Poker Stars live app.
Yeah, it's
gotta go.
between Columbus and Cleveland. Fantastic
Raise 5.
stops.
A lot of poker played in that little area.
Where, in
Masato,
Ohio?
Ace-3 suited.
It's one of the largest states in America. You should
That's true.
do a little
Or
geography. I think we might play for a big one
Yeah,
here.
we might indeed. Is worldwide is all in. The deuces. I think the only 2 people who would call here, Dr. Berg and Brent Hanks.
I mean, I would do the classic
really
Helmuth.
respect
Just
it.
grab
Just
the
rip
chips,
it all
slide
in.
them in, push them all over the table. We got action.
Yeah.
Ostapchenko make the call. Masato in a little bit of trouble here. Finds a way. He's back up to more than 20 big blinds. The fans in Japan hoping, begging, praying for a 3-ball. They don't see
The
one,
flop.
but they do see an avenue to a lot of chops. We'll chop this more than half the time. Turn is a queen. Very good news for Yokosawa. A 9 would be terrible news. A 3 would
Not
be
yet.
even better news.
True.
River card is a 10. We will chop it up.
So exciting.
Ostapchenko not laughing doesn't feel the same excitement that
Well,
the
he's
vlogging superstar
styled
feels. Ooh, yes sir. Good for the game. It's been quite the run for Masato Yokosawa for these last couple of years. Really making a name for himself in the live tournament arena. How about this? 90 cashes, 28 final tables, 15 podium finishes, including a win at a PGT kickoff event in the studio to start the year. Winnings of more than $2 million, cashes in 12 different countries. Finished 45th in the main in 2023. And then 1 year later, the producer of his vlog, Hiroki Naka, also finished in 45th in the main. What are the odds of that?
everything
Hiroki Nawa.
is a sim. None of it is real. It's almost like Matt Glantz going back-to-back years in the Colossus.
He
Last
did
year he
not
got
go-
18th, and he's
right,
at least
no way he went
Or in.
deep this year.
on track for an 18th
I
place
don't
or better
believe you.
finish. Yes.
No chance he did it again.
Horrible no-limit player. Only plays mixed games, and he's done it again. Mr. Matt Glantz.
And he's the guy who won the very first $1 million bounty.
I'm telling you, because everything is a sim.
And Thomas Zeno won one of the millies this year after winning a $6 million PokerGO jackpot.
Right. And Patrick Mahomes won the other one.
That was Tyler Montoya.
Wait, Tyler Montoya. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, here we go. We got a rail going. We got some action.
Ooh, yeah, get fired up there, fellas. Come on.
Oh. momentum for worldwide.
I've never experienced momentum in poker.
10 seconds.
You played online yesterday, right? Big online Sunday, a lot of great events.
Raise 480.
Yeah,
Right?
for many. It's a great
Events
Sunday.
were great. Well, did you catch it?
I
Nate?
played a long time, and I
Got some hands in.
yeah,
10 seconds.
yeah. I may never play again.
Well,
Andy will defend with the 10-4 off. And we'll flop a 4.
check. $375.
$375K. Ostapchenko check calls. It turns 10s and 4s. Stone cold lock on this hand. Can Masato save himself some chips and find a check back? He can.
10 seconds.
Uh-oh. River Ace looks like a dream for Masato.
How about that really
Oh,
quick
yeah.
check too from Ostapchenko?
Says, I know that's you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like, gosh, I got a 9 or a 4. How much? For Masato, he is, I would imagine, has to go
10
for value.
seconds.
Thinks he just got lucky.
Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act.
Time extension.
$1,750,000.
10 seconds.
750.
750. 1,750,000.
That's a huge bet. He's got 1.2 million behind. I think Ostapchenko is thinking about maybe let's put the rest in with 10s up. Masato never has a hand like ace-9,
10 seconds.
ace-10. Would have probably bet again on the turn.
Time extension.
Did you take one?
Just,
We'll
does
just flick in the call.
Yeah.
That's a painful one for Masato. An ugly river cost him 1.75 million. It extends the chip lead for Ostapchenko, and it puts Masato Yokosawa on the ropes.
You know, when Ostapchenko was thinking that long and then eventually flicked out the call, Masato absolutely thought he won that hand.
Yeah, yeah. Where we know the only thought was most likely, do I jam here or just flick in the call?
Right.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
We got another Eagles fan. How are 2 people wearing Eagles jerseys today at the World Series?
Is that a Sproles jersey, by the way? Anyway,
Was it?
I think, I don't know if he realizes that McKeehen is out. He probably thinks that
How much do you have now? Do you know?
he's still playing.
It's like very short.
About $1 million.
Yeah.
Less 740 behind, so
If it's the 240
oh,
in, then it's
980.
Yeah.
about $1 million for this hand, so about 4 bigs.
Hello. Let me
Okay.
see.
Put to the test with the queen 3. Has jack 5.
With the big blind ending, he's already got 480 out there. We can see 740
good luck.
behind. He's going to call it
Says,
off.
let's go.
Ah, you ahead.
Slight underdog. Looking to get back up to 2.2 million.
10 seconds.
The superstar vlogger stay alive.
I will just let you know I have 980.
There we go. Tell him about it.
Get change from one chip.
Make him pay up.
Oh, nice. Now I'm ready to win.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Except 4-3.
I like
Not
flop.
terrible for Yokosawa.
Too
That's
bad.
pretty good.
It's good flop.
Jack 6 or 5.
We got 10 outs
Backdoor
twice.
clubs.
Yeah, the whole world.
Cooking. The
Ah,
turn
wow.
is the 10 of clubs. How about 17 outs?
Oh, they call this too many outs, I'm afraid, Jeff.
You see him on the top of your screen. Still about a 60-40 dog. River card.
Did you guys?
Another 10. You were right.
Again.
How do you miss?
I don't know. I didn't think it was
Ay, ay,
possible.
Well-deserved round of applause
guys.
for
Hey,
Masato
hey, get up.
Yokosawa. This is best career score.
Yeah, buddy.
Finishes in
Yes,
5th place
put
for
that
more than $447,000. It's a treat to have him so involved in the poker world, and we'll see him at plenty of these final tables to come.
Look at that picture. What's going on?
That's just the it's what he does. It's not meant for. It's not. But it's anyway. Look at the leaderboard brought to you by PokerStars. Number 4. Ostapchenko at 22.5 million. Jack Lee at 17.5. Eli Berg around 12. Mathew Frankland the shortest stack. They're not short, still more than 20 bigs for him.
Got to get a new picture.
What is that?
I think you would want that picture.
I'll
see him
pay
pose
off
for
in change if I
pictures a
need
lot
to. I
of
just
those
want to
like
be able to
that.
count how much I've got.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Maybe do a different motion, you know, with the hand. How about like the peace sign,
that works.
you know? Or like what Stone Cold Steve Austin does
That's
with
a
his
great
2
one.
hands,
Yep,
and he puts
yep.
up those 2 fingers right in
Yeah,
the middle. and-
that's what you should do.
yeah.
Only one BB.
Just me. Just leave it alone.
You know,
Move along.
the revolver to the dome.
10
I
seconds.
don't think it's meant to be.
Wait.
Maybe get away from that one.
I'll put the money in. I got it.
I have it.
There you go. Just check that's right. Should be.
You want a stack of blues?
Yes, please.
No, I have it.
Yeah.
That's his.
No, it's not. It was a dead big blind, so the button's still over there.
Right here?
It's somewhere not on me.
Okay.
And send that over to
Pass
Jen.
the chip, somebody. Just pass
Thanks.
it down there.
I think I have more.
Hmm?
You don't change?
Thanks.
What?
No, I have more blue chip.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, all right.
That's his company, by the way, the hat for
Liaison Pictures.
Ostapchenko. Yeah. I found it on his Instagram.
Told you he was into filmmaking.
I wonder if he would ever consider the 2 of us being in one of his
Stars.
films. This picture you've just discovered kind of looks like
It's an animated short.
you in bed in the morning
Kind of does.
with a mustache. Morning Joy. An animated short.
Wow, a Tribeca selection.
Really?
10 seconds.
This
It's
gentleman
like an
looks lonely.
empty side of the bed, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
no,
not
this
a
was
lot
back
of,
from me in my lonelier days.
Not a lot of joy that morning.
Well, there were some
seeing.
rough mornings.
Yeah, or the joy left early, you know. What do we got here? This is Corner to the Stars?
Feature
Like
documentary.
A corner?
A Sundance, Slam Dance Film Festival. Well, the Slam Dance is good too.
We'll call it the Sundance. We're just sliding through his Instagram.
Mudbrick feature
Oh, yeah.
film.
I've heard of Mudbrick. A lot of homes built out of Mudbrick.
Shot player, that's what we like.
Wow. Who is
South by
that?
Southwest selection.
That's a real deal. That's got to be the. Is that a celebrity?
So, The Bitter Tears of Zara Zand, a feature film, a Cinequest selection.
Sure. You're going to dozen as a bit?
No, hold on.
And the Wiki Walk and the Jub Jub Berry.
I love the Wiki Walk and the
Look at this
Jub
fella.
Jub Berry, an animated short.
And finally, Be a Good Girl, feature film. All right. Got a lot going on.
Well, from what we saw there, highlighting his films, Jeff, I do think you and I have a real shot at being stars.
Yep.
Can't make his mind up.
In one of his next features. How about this, right?
Okay.
Just a couple of
Take us
guys
through
from
it. Yep.
Vegas
Okay.
on a road trip to Ohio.
Now,
Me and you across the country will stop at every single rinky-dink casino we find. Final
and what's
destination.
What's the premise?
We've got to go to Ohio.
For what?
We're going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
It's like the grand finale of the movie.
And we're going to meet somebody very spectacular like Steven Tyler.
I actually do know who Steven Tyler is.
Yep. What a film.
Yep. Great. You should pitch that. Yeah.
I just did on air.
Should be 20.
For the whole world to hear. Berg, couple of kings.
His partner at Liaison Pictures, John Hinkle, is a member of the PGA.
1.1
So he's a
million.
golfer.
Raised 1.1 million.
John Hinkle,
Yeah.
brothers of Brant Blair and Mason Hinkle.
Spelled differently.
All good golfers, might I add.
Good
Lovers
golfers.
of the watermelon, or at least Ronnie is.
I mean, to be in the PGA and also produce films. Maybe their next film could be about free online sites that are awesome, like Play Poker Go. Maybe. No deposits, no risk, just pure action. Jump into cash games and tournaments. Don't miss the brand new No Gamble, No Future theme Sit and Goes featuring the Wheel of Game. Compete against players worldwide. Sharpen your game. Get out for free. PlayPokerGo.com. Available on web, iOS, and Android.
No, I think I like my film idea better.
Okay, yeah, yours was probably better.
Steven Tyler. I'm going to call him and see if he'll join us in the film.
Okay, you call him up. For Andy's undergrad thesis at Harvard, by the way, he directed a documentary exploring the underground poker community in the Carolinas.
In the Carolinas.
Yeah. Maybe that was Shot Player.
I have played an underground poker game in the Carolinas, yes.
How much
in
you have roughly?
Birkdale Village,
4.5.
right outside of, I believe it's Lake Norman. Although it wasn't underground, so to speak, it was in like an apartment. I've never heard of
I
a
don't
real
think it's literally
underground game where
underground,
you know, you go down underneath the soil and play. Only in the Wild Wild West did they used to do that, Jeff.
Yeah, Queen Jack 3, the open-ender. Ostapchenko. A few backdoor draws available for Franklin. Check calls, just turn a pair of tens. Ace in hand. We'll keep on going for this one. That's 1.1 million.
It is uncomfortable. He's only got 2.6 behind. You start questioning, maybe my 10's not good, but I think the hand way too good to fold, being open-ended.
It's called quickly. River 5. Frankie makes a no good pair of 5s.
The only chance Frankie has is to rip it all in. He's got to turn this 5 into a bluff. You're hoping to be targeting some sort of what we can see King 10, perhaps 9-10, even a Jack. I don't believe a Queen is going to fold.
10 seconds.
It's the only shot he's got. He has to move it in. Or you just give up.
Time extension.
$2.2.
Does indeed go for it. Goes bet, bet, bet. Just about all of it on the river.
This is just so strong. It's this kind of holding that Ostapchenko beats.
10 seconds.
It's amazing he's really given it this much thought. Just doesn't pass the sniff test. He calls.
Makes the call with
Wow.
just a pair of 10s. That is quite strong from our chip leader.
I don't know
Wow.
what he saw, what he found, the instincts, but that was tremendous.
Didn't even use a time extension,
Nothing.
right?
Just was watching everything carefully, the body language. He picked up on something.
And now Franklin's going to be forced all in the big blind.
Yeah, thanks.
He gets another dap from Jack. It's like, man, just keep busting people. I'll keep making money.
How much time do I owe?
1.
Oh, we did use one. Slice of cheese. There it goes to the dealer. A little snack for later. 28 million now for the chip leader. He's got just about 50% of the chips in play.
And it's just about a 270K pay jump from 4th to 3rd. Could that be awaiting both Berg and Lee here? And of course, Ostapchenko perhaps is a bit more focused on that first place prize of more than $1.9 million. To put things into perspective, Andy's biggest career score was less than 300K going into today. Has a chance to shatter that mark on his resume.
And if you're just tuning in, Andy Osty, our chip leader, he has the world record. Can we call it a world record? Why
Absolutely.
not? The world record. 7 consecutive cashes in the main event from 2016 through 2023. He accumulated nearly $500,000 in earnings. Believe he had a top 50 finish back in 2016. That's what kicked off the run.
Excuse me.
That record, 7 straight, I'm not sure that that's going to be broken.
That's tough.
That is going to be really tough. We've got 2 tied at 5. Ronnie Barta's one of them. And then you've got Andy all the way at the top. 7 straight.
And then after we have 7,
You got it. You got it.
5, and then one player at 2.
said no, I'm
That was me, 2014 and 2015. Meanwhile, Andy the ace 3.
I mean, Jesus, Jeff. That is true, though. Wow, I just confirmed it. You are the only player with back-to-back cashes
two in a row.
in the main
7
event.
to 5 to 2.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
Shows you how
nobody
great
with
7
3 or
is.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people were talking about that for
Yep.
a long time.
Long time. King, Queen, 8's bad news for Frankie. Same can be said on the turn. We can repeat it once more on the river. Mathew Frankland, Frankie,
Good game, guys.
Out in fourth for more than
GG.
$626,000. This
Yeah, but you too.
continues a heck of a 2025 for him.
Good game, man.
We'll
Nice
see
playing,
him
man.
more and more,
Good
I
game.
feel
Good
like.
game.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Frankie. He thought he was
Good
in
luck
an
rest of the way,
EPT.
everyone.
Thank
That's
you.
where he's made all of his cash. You see Poker Stars on the table, and he almost got it done. Fourth place finish. Massive score.
Time to look at our leaderboard. I mean, speaking of Poker Stars, who is the leaderboard brought to you by?
I believe that's the one and only Poker Star.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yep, nailed it. The leaderboard presented by Poker Stars. It shows just 3 players remaining. Ostapchenko at 28.4 million. Brent said it just a minute ago. That's about half the chips in play. Jack Lee in second. The good doctor, Eli Berg, is in third. We are handed now for a World Series of Poker bracelet for more than $1.9 million.
Nice. 13? No, he has 18.
18.
And you have 13?
13.
And you have 18 or 19?
How about you?
Excuse me. Thank you.
28.
28?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're crazy.
Excuse me. Thank you.
One big, one big.
Same.
One big.
Raise 600,000.
And he opens 2 4s. It's Berg with the ace-queen suited.
Well, certainly could just
1.8 million.
But
Raise 1.8
I like
million.
this. Sizable 3-bet.
1.8 million.
Takes it upstairs. But Andy is so many chips. He can do a little mining. A little sailing. Here in the desert. There it is. I believe someone hurt. Is that a
sounded
scream?
like
Yeah, it sounded painful.
3.8 in the middle. Seal flop of Jack 10-8 with 1 spade.
What a flop for ace queen.
Ostapchenko, the best hand at the moment, but as you can see, Berg is the favorite.
Any pair, any 9, any king. And very wet, bigger texture too. Berg can just unleash the fury.
Check.
Checks.
$900.
500,000 is the bid. 900? 900.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ostapchenko saying, all right, well, if he's going to check, let me begin to tell a story. I can have a lot of these types of holdings. Jack 10 would make sense.
10 seconds.
Check calls.
You said 900.
Yep.
Turn 7 of diamonds. Not the prettiest turn if you're Eli Berg.
No, it is not. I'm more curious about what Andy will do with those 2 4s. No diamond in hand.
10 seconds.
Much more likely to have a 9 than Berg, considering the 3-bet from Berg pre.
Yeah, I mean, Berg would have to have like exactly 2 9s in his hand. And look at this. Yeah, he says, okay, I'm just going to lean on it. I bet the flop. I'm gonna load up, fire a second shell, 2 million and change, and put a ton of pressure on all of these types of holdings. Ace queen, ace king. Even if Berg had 2 aces, this board is a disaster.
And there's the fold. Well done by Ostapchenko.
Good bet.
Thank you.
move up to more than 31 million in chips.
One more hand.
Put on quite the show so far.
He has absolutely dominated this final table.
It's his very first World Series of Poker final table.
He was
finished,
He was BB,
Yeah.
single BB.
finished 12th in
No,
the
he's a
event last
small.
year.
Small rare, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
76K.
go.
This one famously won by Nick Schulman. And it had 318 entries last year. This year, 392.
Thank you.
Phenomenal turnout.
Well, that's because you, me, I think Texas Mike was in for 7 bullets.
Yep.
You know, we were
Sure.
just out there
I think they
emptying the
cap
clip,
you,
trying
but,
to run it
yeah.
up.
If we were in a field, it would set an attendance record.
10 seconds.
Call.
Because we're such great guys and people would want to play with us.
A lot of fans. Yeah. Mainly on the rail. You know, we'd be filling those rafters.
Yep.
Moneymaker like Revolution.
Queen 9-7. 1 heart.
Check. Check.
10 seconds.
Do some turn, another check from Berg. This time Lee will fire
350,000 is the bit.
to the tune of 350K. Check calls, river king.
Well, you got one more in your lead if Berg checks. That 10 being a very critical card. Able to represent a hand like Jack 10. And did I see Berg reaching? Was he reaching for cheese? A little time extension?
I think so, yes.
Check.
And does check.
Maybe in hopes of slowing down Lee's plans, suggesting that he had a decision to make on the river.
We haven't really seen it at this final table, but Lee's certainly capable of big bluffs reading through the hand history updates. I imagine he'll try to kick down the door here.
Yeah, is this guy known for blasting off a bit?
Yeah, but almost a pot-sized bet, it looks like.
1.3 million is the bit.
1.3 million.
You nailed that. You saw it coming. Huge sizing.
Now we take note of the hand histories. This is the man who has been at his table for those hands. Does that encourage him to find the call?
He's grabbing chips. He's ready
Yes,
for it.
it
He
does.
does. Wow.
Makes the call with just 9s, gets the point, which is a great thing. That's got to feel good if you're Eli Berg. Respectful.
Yeah.
Jack says, nice.
Nice call.
You got me.
Great call.
Nice call. Great call indeed.
So can I take a list?
That'll take us to a look at the leaderboard with 3 players remaining. And that leaderboard is, of course, presented by PokerStars. Commanding performance. Andrew Ostapchenko. Is he in round 2? His first bracelet. He has more than 31 million in chips. He has to contend with Chang Lee and Eli Berg for the title and more than $1.9 million. 3-handed play continues next.
I'm not afraid to do what I have to do.
You know what my problem is? I just don't believe you.
Let's see what this footballer is made out of.
I'm an aggressive player.
Stop showing off, mate.
Are you kidding me?
Anything can happen in a big game on tour.
Welcome back to the Horseshoe at Las Vegas and the 2025 World Series of Poker. We're down to 3 players remaining in the 25K no limit Hold'em high roller event. A field size of 392, a prize pool of more than $9 million. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks, and Brent, it has been all about the chip leader, Andy Ostapchenko.
Yeah, Andy, 53% of the chips in play. He has been unstoppable. Great calls, great bluffs, you name it. That bracelet, that's what's on the mind, and all that money up top.
Money to look at the payouts presented by Octopi. About a 400K pay jump. Third to second, that's when we get into 7-figure territory, and up top, almost $2 million. The blinds are up 150K, 300K. The 300,000 big blind ante.
And you have 1.6? Or 16?
16,
Yeah.
16, 17. Oh, yeah. I don't know, 16.
650.
Raise to 650.
Andy defends here with the King 6. And does flop a king.
Sure.
Dr. Berg flops a pair of queens. Check call 600K. Turn ace.
Check.
$1.3 million.
1.3 million.
How about this? It turns the queen into a
Wow,
bluff.
that was
on the
nice.
turn.
Gets it through.
Wow.
Gets a better hand to go into the muck.
That's right.
take a look at the chip denominations presented by True Classic. Got those 5Ks off the table, so left with these 3 to peach.
You're the button. Okay,
worth
gotcha.
1 million apiece. Blues are 100K. Greens
I'm big one, right?
25,000 apiece.
You already kept it. Thank you.
Don't forget about the yellow cheese, Jeff.
The time extensions.
Yeah. Look
worth
at
30
how
seconds.
do you think that you need that many? I mean,
now we got to talk to PGT
What
commissioner
is-
about this. Well, why?
what's the point?
And credit to these guys. The pace of play has been outstanding,
They all play really quick.
while still remaining thoughtful. So, like, this
Yeah.
is. There are some players who would use every single one of these if presented the opportunity to.
Yeah, and they should get a lifetime ban.
Just for using all your time banks. Ostapchenko out flops Berg here.
Cool.
Berg not going anywhere just yet.
Well, it's an understandable check call with the ace-10. Obviously in terrible shape.
Check.
Check, check. Reverse 6 of clubs. Berg has the ace of clubs in his hand in case he wants to get really funky.
Well, he
But
does. I'm more. Let's see if Andy goes for value. Yeah, he's reaching. He thinks that 9's good. He's right. And does Berg have the type of holding
650.
that gets stubborn with just ace high? To your point, though, Jeff, maybe he does find the advantage of that ace of clubs. Maybe he can turn this into a bluff.
Reaching for what looks like calling chips. Does make the call with ace high, and our chip leader is going to get paid off once more.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
This is High Roller Week, or 2 weeks here at the World Series of Poker. We've been checking in on event number 32, the $50,000 buy-in, and a good time for us to display our PokerStars spotlight on PokerStars ambassador, Jason Kuhn.
At a horseshoe. So tilt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Although that could have been like a 4-hour ordeal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I was thinking of the second it shut down. I was like, I remember Seth got stuck on one of these for 30 minutes once in Russia. I was like, just gotta keep your cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It could have been so bad.
That was so brutal.
I had, were you here?
Well, wait a minute. He got stuck in an elevator?
And then just ran over to the table, just to not miss any hands.
Yeah, and it was clearly out of breath.
And to get Jason Kuhn out of breath, I mean, he probably sprinted for 6 miles before getting to the table.
I am hearing that that elevator actually never opened. Kuhn, being as jacked as he is,
Just ripped it
he
open.
went full-blown incredible Kuhn Hulk mode, and he
I
just
can see it.
tore open the
I
doors.
can see it. He's in decent shape, wouldn't you say?
Not bad. He probably drinks a lot of milk.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he does.
Maybe oats overnight.
Oh.
Huh? Chug one of those in the morning. Throw on a True Classic T-shirt.
Good. There we go, and you're just good to go.
Yeah. And of course, he's you know, the all-star ambassador for PokerStars.
Yes, he
That's
is.
the key to success, Jeff. Oats.
Okay. I think we could probably do the oats and the T-shirt thing. It's the whole ambassador thing that might be a problem.
Ah, that's what leads to deals
Have
like
you heard
that.
from them? Have they been?
Well, I just started my
Let me check
oats.
my texts. Seen anything yet about a deal?
Any day now, they'll be calling.
Email? Maybe it just went to spam.
Probably. Clutter. great players.
Yeah. We can really make a name for Poker Stars, you and I.
Yeah, we're mediocre in the booth at best. On a great day.
Do you have the million chips? Okay, thanks.
Time extension.
Call.
Lee limps in with the K8.
10 seconds.
Queen 7-4.
Now, just to stay on point about you and I becoming the
Our ambassador deals?
the future
Yeah.
of poker alongside Poker Stars. Cohn, obviously, arguably the greatest no-limit hold'em player in the world.
10 seconds.
Right?
Fair.
Konnikova, unbelievable author, her
Terrific.
ties to the industry. Then I look at their talent with James and Stapes. Love when those guys are on air.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Terrible poker players. Great
Horrendous
guys.
players. Yeah, great people.
Great in the booth.
Hand was too bad.
And then there's Caitlin.
It was slightly better, I would have raised.
And there's also Caitlin.
So what?
I'm so excited.
You know what? Maybe we do have a chance.
Yeah. Things are looking up.
392 entries in this 25K no limit. Up tremendously from last year. 3 players left. A prize pool of more than $9 million. The first place prize of more than $1.9 million. The tournament summary presented by Oats Overnight. Winning is easier with 20 grams of protein. Please shake responsibly. Oats Overnight. First step to becoming a Poker Stars ambassador. We're almost there, Brent.
I had one today.
What flavor?
Believe it was maple toast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
amazing.
very good. Yeah, and then I got a brand new box with 32 more in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Space brownie. I got 5 of those.
Space brownie.
You want me to bring you one tomorrow? A little
Please.
space brownie.
Please do.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Maybe
Thank you.
maybe I could interest you in fruity cereal.
Yes, you can interest me in fruity cereal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You love it fruity.
What?
10 seconds.
Oh, you know what? It turns out Caitlin's in the chat with us here on PokerGo. I was unaware. She said bullying a third-tier Poker Stars ambassador is a hate crime. Well, I believe that is true, but only in the state of Texas.
That's true.
We are safe and clear here in the great state of Nevada.
You know, both Kuhn and Caitlin were nominated for Global Poker Awards this past year. Kuhn nominated for Player's Choice Toughest Opponent. Caitlin nominated for, not that. Berg bet 600K.
What was she nominated for?
Probably one of the content creator personality things.
Really?
So much going on today at the World Series of Poker. Let us check in on day 3 of the $1,500 Big O. That has reached its final table, and a familiar face is there. Looking for bracelet number 2 of the 2025 World Series of Poker. That would be one Ryan Honig.
Oh, that's what Ryan Honig looks like.
He won the 10K Dealer's Choice for more than $354,000. This is his 4th cash already of the 2025 World Series. Just piling up the Player of the Year points.
He can take this now. He and Benny would be towards the top, right, for Player of the Year?
Would each have 2?
I don't know if that's 2 zoned in or not zoned in.
Berg and Lee, another dap.
You know, speaking of third-tier talent, I'm thrilled. Will Jaffe actually just snuck in here in the booth while we're on air. He is curled up behind us on the floor, taking what looks like
notes.
A nap.
Don't be taking
No,
notes.
it's not.
Nap,
No,
yeah.
He doesn't have anywhere to stay here in Las Vegas. He's homeless. He has no money. This is not good, but he's in here just snoozing.
Well, if you're going to pick any place, I would definitely pick the little black box we're in. That's about 112 degrees.
He's having a great time.
By the way, Will and Tuckman did a fantastic job yesterday for our day 2 coverage of this event, along with the final table of the 10K 7-card stud championship. That was terrific.
You know, those were 2 very unique events and experiences, if you will.
Yeah.
Chino and Nick Guagenti just going back and forth. A lot of F-bombs there for that show, whereas when you flipped back over to the 25K with, 18 players remaining, whatever it was, a lot of just 0 bombs, no talking whatsoever.
No, that's not true. Jim Colopy talked a lot.
Oh, Jimbo.
Yeah, he talked a lot. About a lot of structure talk.
A lot of complaining.
Yeah, complaining and structures, yeah.
Was he wearing
that's
that?
What Jim does.
Was he wearing that bucket hat as well?
I think he had the bucket hat on for a little bit
Can
of
you
it,
confirm that down there, Sleepy Will? Yeah, thumbs up. There it is.
He's having the nightmares.
Do you have to? Can you put your shirt back on? I mean, I know it's warm, but.
Said to stop bothering him. He's trying to sleep.
He's just curled up in here.
Or the 3-4 suited on the button. To go leaking 4 off in the small blind. Jack Lee, his biggest career WSOP score.
Well, solve for how to play King 4 offsuit in the small blind.
Speaking of 7-card stud and of naps, Maury just woke up from his 10K 7-card stud
Maury
final
is back,
table
yes. Well, I believe security issued a complaint about what they thought was a homeless guy wandering in here. Turns out it was just Will. Meanwhile, we've got a little action cooking.
Top pair against the open-ender.
And I love when they cook, Jeff. I'm a big eater.
Yes, you are. Andy bets 450K.
Yeah. I'm hungry for a turn card. Here we are. How does Lee want to get moving on the turn? Out of position with top pair. That looks to me like raisin chips.
Yes, it is.
To 1.3.
Check raise is to 1.3 million. Ostapchenko calls quickly.
No tanking whatsoever. Just let's play ball business. I want to see the turn.
That turn is the 3 of spades.
Now we got a little stare off. A blinking contest.
10 seconds.
And a check. $1.5 million from our chip leader. Lead check call, 6.5 million in this pot. River brings lead trip kings.
That might be one of the fewer cards in the deck to shut Andy down. You have to wonder, okay, what am I up against? What check raised the flop and then check called the turn? Could it have been backdoor spades, 8x of spades? just don't know.
Time extension.
Even a hand like Queen 9 of spades, which, again, Andy unblocks spades as well, so I may be taking my words back. Assuming Lee does check trips on the river.
10 seconds.
I'm
5
real
minutes.
curious what
5.
Andy. Oh boy, he just let him
Not
off
gonna
the
get
hook.
the chance
He
to.
let him off
Yeah.
the hook. I think, after further thought, that Andy may have had to bluff at that river. Well, we carry on, Jeff. You know what? I'm going to put that one behind me.
This is one of the biggest prize pools of the summer. The Colossus is on day 3, one of the biggest field sizes of the summer, more than 16,300 entries in this one, which is absolutely wild. Down to the final couple of tables on day 3.
Top of screen there is Matt Glantz. How is he still in the Colossus?
Is that the Dragon, David Van? Well, there's our chip leader rocking the CPT hat. How about mixed martial arts fighter Antonio Tripoli?
Yeah, and his wife there, Mackenzie Dern, on the rail with Felipe Ramos. What is happening? An MMA fighter is chip leading?
That's a pile in front of him.
Overwhelming chip lead. He's got everyone.
42K up top. Celebrity Poker Tour events.
You ever
And
been
we've seen
choked
Antonio
out, by
on
the
it.
way?
No.
No? Not a pleasant feeling nor
You
experience.
haven't?
I've watched Mackenzie Dern put both Adrian Peterson and CJ Sokol at a poker table right in the
sleep.
chokehold.
Yep.
Yeah.
They tapped out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pick up the action here. Lee raised pre-flop. Berg defended the 7-8.
We've got someone in the chat. Dankness 3 Alter Ego. I believe we have a Will Jaffe impersonator in the chat, as I don't think Will has a PokerGo account, which is truly unbelievable. You don't have an account, do you, Will? No, yeah, shaking his head.
And Berg continuing here with just the 7-8. Turn brings a 5. It's the 5 of diamonds. Berg has the 7 of diamonds in his hand. Straight draws for both. Berg checks.
Well, 3 high. We picked up a draw. Somehow this hand, which looked very uninteresting, quite the opposite.
Lee will indeed fire once more. 1.8 million.
Sizable. Remember, Lee has been the aggressor all along, opening the button, betting the flop, and again here on the turn.
Time extension.
That just does the trick for Jack Lee. Picks up the pot, moves past the 20 million chip mark. Inching closer towards our chip leader. Saw the cool promo for the big game on tour. Catch it on PokerStars YouTube channel.
You ever played on the big game on tour, Joe?
I have not, no. Wasn't invited. It's strange.
Yeah, but you'd be a great, what do they call it? The loose
cannon, yeah.
Maybe audition.
Okay, I will consider. That's a tremendous show. You know, also No Gamble, No Future is presented by PokerStars.
Yes, it is.
Berg coming after with the ace-10. He's at 2.2 million.
How much do you have right there? You have
as well. He's going to get a quick little count and find out it's just about 40 big blinds to start the hand. Never folding king jack suited. Not in position. Maybe not ever.
Ace, ace-7. This one all Berg.
Just a snap fold.
Not interested in continuing. Dr. Eli Berg, the emergency medicine specialist in Melrose, Massachusetts, CEO of Logix Health. Let's take a look at his battle board, brought to you by PokerGO. It provides expert coding and billing services, software solutions that allow physicians to focus on providing great clinical care. Great win for Eli Berg in 2021, won the Win Winner Classic Championship. More than $625,000. This is second World Series of Poker final table, finished 5th in the 10K 6 Max in 2023.
I'll tell you what, I have done it all wrong. This guy plays a ton of poker, huge results. All I had to do was become a doctor.
That's right.
And I could have played all the poker that I wanted.
Weren't you a professional poker player, though?
600. 10 seconds.
Sounds like you get in a lot of poker.
Should have been a doctor first.
Yeah.
And I hear it pays well.
Lee the min raise, blind versus blind. Ostapchenko happy to come along with the jack 5 flops. A pair of jacks. It's the open ender for Lee.
Seconds.
$550.
Leads for 550K.
Bingo.
Ace on the turn. Lee with the goods.
Check. Check.
Check, check, river brings another king. Pot size bet here.
226.
Winner. Look how close though it's getting at the top.
How come nobody ever tells Lee nice hand like he does?
Yeah, nobody's offering him the jack.
No fist bumps.
Look at the leaderboard presented by PokerStars. Still on top. Slightly about a 2 million chip lead over Chang Lee. schedule for things to you.
You ever had Jack Lee's jerky? Jerky?
What? No.
Jerky.
What? I've had the beef jerky, yes, from Jack Link's. And the turkey jerky.
10 seconds.
Do you still have those meat sticks in your backpack?
$9.50.
No, but I got some snacks. You want anything?
What do you got?
Well,
I never hit you up on it, but I want you to go through your book bag and pull out all your snacks.
Got to be prepared.
See if Will down there on the floor is hungry.
Yep. Happy to give some to Will when he wakes up.
He's a big fan of the scraps, leftovers.
Let's see. We got some carrots. You want any carrots?
Absolutely not.
Have some edamame beans. You want any of those? Producer Jackie asked me if I had any more shrimp. Don't have any more shrimp. Did I mention the carrots?
What are you, a rabbit?
Got some Catalina Crunch cereal, cinnamon toast flavor.
The Catalina mixer. Is it the wine? What was that called from that movie? The Catalina wine mixer.
I just have the cereal.
Boats and hoes.
I got some chicken bites.
You are what? What is it?
Grilled chicken bites.
Chicken bite.
It's just like a chicken nugget.
10 seconds.
Is that what chickens eat? Do they eat themselves? They must eat something else, right? Like carrots. Are you eating a carrot live on air? Was that a? Is this what this show has come down to?
Well, you had me get the carrots out.
Can you hand me a carrot? I'd like, you know what? For everyone at home, if you have anything crunchy, just go ahead, put it in your mouth, and have yourself a carrot. Great TV here. Great TV. Just a bit. You've got a nice crunch in your bite. You know that?
Thank you.
800.
Anyone ever told you that?
No.
Great set of molars on you.
Thank you.
Carrots aren't bad.
They're great, huh? I'll leave them right here in the middle.
I haven't had a carrot in a long time.
This is Will's first food in days.
Yeah. He's finishing your whole bag of carrots. He's very hungry.
That's fine. I got more where that came from.
Time extension.
Well, I'm glad we did that. Full house for somebody. That'd be Lee. I know you may not believe it, but I'm afraid this hand won't make broadcast, Jeff, due to the Carrot Act.
Why? That's great for television.
10 seconds.
You're telling me people who watch CBS Sports don't eat carrots?
It's actually a great question. I don't know if they eat carrots. You know, with the tariffs these days,
yeah,
price of carrots have gone up.
Do you want to get into the tariffs? Now that'll be taken out of the broadcast for sure.
We just did.
10 seconds.
1.5.
Are eggs still really expensive?
I think we passed that.
I know gas is. Cost me like $260 to put a half a tank in.
260.
10 seconds.
Very expensive. That's why I use my maxed out credit card. Cue the music. We've got a promo.
I think you have an edge. I think you can outpick the field in quick picks on Splash Sports, the new peer-to-peer fantasy game where you pick more or less on player stats and go head-to-head for real cash. You hit your picks, you top the leaderboard, you take home the prize. You play now at splashsports.com. You can win up to 50 times your entry fee.
50x?
Yeah, for the NBA Finals.
That's how you get unstuck.
That's true.
10 seconds.
Just game 3 tomorrow night. Load it up, fire it off, spike, winner, 50x.
Wow. Wow.
650.
Time extension.
Oops, sorry.
seconds with Jack 7. Comes King 5-4. In that last hand, Lee overtook Ostapchenko for the first time for the chip lead. Down to 3 at event number 26, and there they are. Eli Berg, Jack Lee, Andrew Ostapchenko.
It's Lee and Andy that've got about 75% of the chips in play. But Berg, he still has more than 50 bigs.
Oh, wow, they are super deep.
We will be here a long time.
About a 400K pay jump from third to second.
Oh.
Top more than $1.9 million.
10 seconds.
Berg ace queen here.
Raise. 3 million.
Bumps it up to 3 million, and that will do the trick. With that pot, look at the chip counts now. Pretty tight.
How is that much different than what it was a moment ago? He picked up a million chips.
No, it
3 more big
call.
blinds. No?
Yeah. 4, 5. 5 more. Significant development.
600?
Okay, you're right.
600.
Andy opens here, the 5-4 suited.
Oh. Check. Five.
500,000. We check calls. Queen. Really keeping the heat on.
Nice bet.
Finally win a hand. Jesus Christ.
To both parts.
That he regains the chip lead.
Good work for you.
I don't believe that that was real frustration, Jeff. Little sarcasm from Andy.
Either.
Seems like the kind of guy that doesn't get easily rattled. Not like you or really me. Certainly not Will down there who's out cold on the floor.
None of us get rattled.
Bare feet for the Berg.
Oh.
10 seconds.
Call.
He limps in with the ace-3.
Check.
Ostapchenko will check.
Check.
Nice.
Yeah.
Set.
You might want to protect your hand, almost all your cards.
You saw my hand?
Almost.
It's okay, you saw him?
4. Oh.
Turn 6.
Nobody calls a better turn card than you, my friend.
He really nailed it on that call.
Get this river.
6.
Wow. This is art.
Thank you.
A lot of excitement here tonight. Tons of table talk. Hard for you and I to get much of a word in. Look at that rail.
There's a guy. Mentioned earlier that the Colossus was down to just a couple tables. One guy, Agustin Mendez.
Oh yeah.
Calls himself Mr. Chop It Up, trying to get everybody to make a deal at the Colossus.
What?
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Says everybody gets a couple bullets in the main if we can all make a deal now.
How many are left?
At the time you started the negotiations, 19. We're down to 2 tables now.
10 seconds.
Doesn't he claims he once got 90 players to agree to a job.
What is this? The
Mr.
South Point?
Chop It Up, Agustin Mendez.
It's 6?
Raise 1 million.
Not happening here.
I'm raising that guy's blind 100% of the time. Mr. Chop It Up.
$24? $25?
2.2.
2, the same. Maybe
WSOP also puts on X. Hashtag overheard at WSOP. And then I got King 7 suited, which is one of my favorite hands.
But okay, listen,
Oh.
they're
Leave it
doing.
behind.
Who is
2
doing these tweets? They are dreadful.
It's a
Maybe
post on
something.
X.
I know, but who is behind that? Jeff, don't you have ties to the? You're doing videos for them. Can't you stop
couple.
them
10 seconds.
from
You don't
whatever
like the
those
overheard
posts
it.
are? These
Well,
overheard.
Maybe they heard it and wanted to share it with you.
Did you see the one with like 7 F-bombs dropped in?
Dropping a lot of F-bombs.
What was
this
that?
year.
You just
It's
what
gonna
you
be
do,
long
you
day
hire one
today.
person
Yeah.
to do the
What?
socials and say that.
Long day.
Don't pass it along and say, "Here's an idea. Here's an idea." Whoever that segment, that bit, that's got to go.
This one was.
Maybe we should clip this from our show and send it to them.
No. This one was overheard at hashtag WSOP 2025. You've got to stay blinking positive no matter how many blinking hands you get.
That's great. Overheard. Hashtag.
Nice.
Even
No, they missed
Nice
the
one.
hashtag
trying to
on
make
that
it
one.
trend, are they?
They missed the hashtag.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to go well. Berg, ace king.
It's here to 650.
Oh.
Lee out. Andy in. King Jack.
Yahtzee.
Jack 5. Turn is a
10
deuce.
seconds.
Ostapchenko leads for 1 million. Not done with the ace-king.
10 seconds.
4 of hearts.
Berg does like to hero. He's called with ace high already once incorrectly. And against Osti. Mr. Andy, our chip leader.
Okay.
Oh, he checks it.
Oh.
He checks it. I don't know if this works. I would imagine Berg feels that ace-king could be good enough to go to showdown, but we'll see. He does bet he's trying to target a hand like 5x, deuce x, the 4x.
10 seconds.
Yeah, you said it. Too good to turn into a bluff. We'll see the bad news, but we'll be pretty pleased.
Check on the river.
Let's head back out into the field. Check in on the half and half, the no limit PLO deep stack. $28, $16 buy-in. That is at its final table.
We got Tyler Brown.
Yes, we do.
He was scolded by the WSOP. Good to see him in there playing.
The 2023 Bracelet winner at the Bracelet Millions event for $1 million. Finished second last year at the 10K PLO 8. And in a field like the 600, I gotta imagine is the favorite. $900K. Blind versus blind. Berg calls. It's 965. Just flop the gutter.
$800.
Fire 800K. Not the most appealing flop for the king, queen of spades, facing the big blind. And Ostapchenko will get rid of it. Nice move by Dr. Berg.
Good bet.
Today's PokerGO live stream is brought to you by True Classic, the only shirts we trust. Look sharp and feel even better. Much better. Brand new Classic shirt. And I look sharp. Don't need to brag. Whether you're grinding on the belt or heading out for the night, True Classic Spin is next level, affordable, comfortable, built for real guys. Go to TrueClassicShoes.com and upgrade your wardrobe. Berg limps in with the jack 4.
The old finger point deal. Let me see 3.
I like it.
Yeah. Glasses
Cash game
come on. It
players
looks
move,
different,
right?
doesn't he? Yeah. Intense.
King 7 deuce.
Jack high.
That one not going to make the highlight reel.
No, that's when we should have been eating carrots on air.
Thank you.
K3, enter K3, K big blind ante. Work the king queen on the button.
Sorry.
2 queens in the big blind for Andrew Ostapchenko. Quickly flicks into Peach 1 million chips.
Everything he does is fast. There's no tanking. Very quick on his feet. Here's Andy.
Berg not done with the king queen. There's Jack 7 deuce, couple clubs, Berg the queen of clubs in hand. Lead here is sizable, 3 million into about 4.5.
He's hoping to be targeting clearly a jack. Maybe some of these middling pairs, 8s, 7-8 suited. While also forcing what could be flush draws to pay the price. As we can see, it's just king queen high. Does have the queen of clubs, and Berg is crafty. Look at, he's gonna float.
Does make the call. More than 10 million in the middle. That's about what Berg has behind.
He thinks that both king and queen could possibly be live.
The turn brings another jack. Ostapchenko checks.
Quick check. Doesn't make sense for him to bet there.
Does Berg start trying to tell a story?
Well, if he does, the only story he's telling is that he has a jack. Maybe a hand like 7's full. You can see how narrow the range of hands would be for value, and he is going to bet.
To the tune of 2.8 million. With just king high.
Oh, snap call. You saw
Can't
the
feel
chips.
good.
Yeah, did you see that?
Cannot feel good.
Just come flying in.
While he was putting chips in the middle, he saw a couple chips come flying at him. 16 million in the pot. Berg was 7 million behind. River 10. One more check from our chip leader. Does Berg go for it all? Does he shut it down?
And when you get called that fast on the turn, it is so hard to pull the trigger. And also, what do you have? What are you repping?
Does check back. Wise decision, perhaps. Gets shown the 2 queens.
Very wise game.
Nice hand.
Jack Least applauds alongside Andy's rail. Once again, a much more comfortable lead for Andrew Ostapchenko. Take a look at the board brought to you by PokerStars. He's back up to more than 30 million. Jack Lee at around 20. Eli Berg all the way down. 7 million in chips.
He's okay.
Final three guaranteed $894,000. 400K separates second and third. Berg has 2 6s.
I believe Ostapchenko relinquished the chip lead
950?
one time today for about 5 minutes.
You're exactly right. Berg picks up that pot. All three players looking for their first World Series of Poker bracelet. There's ODB enjoying a salad on the rail.
A little snack.
Yeah. If you ever want to escape on a break or something and you don't want to be surrounded by any people at all, just come down to one of our final tables and jump on the rail.
Or if you want a nap, like we saw the other night.
Chip leader opens. Second place looks down at 2 10s in the big.
10 seconds.
Call.
Like a smartwatch or what? Just a regular fancy watch? Sees the 10 in the window. Comes ace, queen 10.
Oh, and right out of his seat, did you see that?
Yeah.
He pops up, excited.
This is fantastic.
600,000 is a bet.
The continuation bet of 600,000.
Remarkably under rep, just calling with the 2 10s pre, now flopping a set. Dream scenario against his opponent, the chip leader who has top pair. How much can we extract? And how do we go about doing it? He says that. This board, look at that texture. Makes it 2 million.
Ostapchenko makes the call.
Wow.
Does turn a flush draw. Does have a straight draw.
Yeah, that's one of the best cards in the deck to pick up some additional life. What is Andy thinking about? Quick thought and knuckle.
Wow, ace of spades on the river. Trip ace is no good here though. How costly will this become for our chip leader? Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act.
Time extension.
There's another one in the middle.
$8 million.
8 million?
Goes big. 8 million. The overbet with the full house.
Lines up next hand.
We touched on it earlier. He is the kind of guy to go for it in big spots. This one seems ambitious, though. I'd have a hard time finding many bluffs.
10 seconds.
Andy's thinking about it. So what would he do if he just had King X of clubs in his hand? Check raise flop and then tries to sell it with a huge bet on the river. And there's
He's
the
just
fold.
out. Fantastic lay down.
It's too much, Jeff. I think
Good point.
That's a hand where you just want to get called. When you know you folded out 3 aces there.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
Yeah, very much so. You know, bet half pot. Every chip's so important. I don't think for a second that Andy thinks that that was a bluff. I really don't.
Blinds going up, 200K, 400K, 400,000 at big blind ante. Still about 150 bigs on the table, still plenty deep. Berg though now under 20 bigs.
10 seconds.
950.
Raises 950.
How much is that roughly?
Maybe the ace-7. Ace in the open on the button.
All 950.
Just calls.
Close.
Queen, Jack, deuce. 2 diamonds. Ostapchenko, the one with the ace of diamonds. Berg taking a while here.
Check.
Or was that Ostapchenko taking a while? Well, no matter who took how much time, Berg bets
800,000 bet.
800K.
Call it.
Andy snap calls.
Check.
Turn 5. Check, check. For 4.
Ace high.
Check, check. That 9 kicker will be good enough for Berg to win the pot.
Chop. Chop.
No
No,
chop.
no chop.
No, he wins.
No chop.
Sorry. Yeah, no pair.
No chop here. Berg up to about 9.5.
Nice set.
Thank you.
And yeah. No good. Told you we'd be keeping track of the 10K No Limit 2-7 Low Ball Championship.
Are there notable
See
players
the big
out
clock?
there?
They're on the stone cold bubble. This is a star-studded field to say the least. There is the 17-time World Series of Poker Bracelet winner Phil Hellmuth. Still in the hunt.
Look at how focused he is, how poised he is.
He slimmed down a little bit too. Got a decent shape. There is the banner.
Great shot here.
For the 1989 World Champ.
Play very tight.
It's definitely a lot slimmer in that.
Well, that's true.
10 seconds.
He's already cashed 3 times at this World Series. 4 times, excuse me.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah.
It's greatness.
Good bet.
Thank you.
3 more EPT stops in 2025 at the end of the summer, August 18th to 31st. 20 plus talking about events. It's Barcelona's stop on the European Poker Tour in October for the 1st through the 12th. The tour returns to Malta for the first time since 2016. Season concludes in Prague in December from the 3rd to the 14th. For details on the EPT, check out the Poker Stars Live. Ace 10-4 landing. He does turn a gutter.
$800.
800,000 is a bit.
Lee Rivers a no good jack.
Check. Check.
Check. Ostapchenko the winner.
Check flop. From me. Sneaky. Good play.
Thanks.
Check flop.
Berg 10-9 on the button.
Seconds.
$900.
900,000 is raised.
Lee the king queen suited.
You have 6 million, 7 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7 million. Call.
Takes the call. Ostapchenko, the king jack suited. Takes in the call as well. Nine, 8-5. Berg out flops them both.
Well, Berg needed this little momentum. Temporarily, at least. There's these guys in rough shape. Two hands that I don't really think can even continue. Very fortunate.
1.550. 1,500,000.
Lee has to worry about Ostapchenko to his left. And look at that, 2 quick volts.
Yeah.
That is very
Perfect.
fortunate in a critical pot for Berg. Right back to 11 million. He's got some life, 26 bigs.
Thank you.
The birds for Lee on the button.
10 seconds.
900.
900,000 is raised.
For king deuce. Nothing doing, unfortunately, for Lee. Here you go, Brent.
Set the trap.
10 seconds.
There it is.
Oh, just calls.
Yeah, here we go.
It's a beauty. Might work.
Yep.
Buckle up.
Raise.
Just a little click the min raise from Lee, I believe, up to 800K.
How much, Berg? You want to play for it all?
10 seconds.
I'm getting a nice price, in all honesty. They're just
All in.
There it is,
yeah.
the limp jam with the deuces in the win. Best play of the day, you think?
Well, we certainly need to clip that one, send it out on social, let it go viral.
The deuces, the
Sorry.
mallards. Look at our tournament format brought to you by Splash Sports, the second 25K high roller of this series. We're at the 50K now. That's going on right now.
I'm so
1
glad
hour
you brought
behind
up
levels, yeah.
Splash Sports, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Oh,
got
you got mine.
a Splash
Sweet.
Sports sweat. How nice
Let's
is that? Isn't
go.
that nice? Look at that.
That is beautiful.
And
Oh,
then
it's so comfortable, too.
a bag of hats for all of our players. Look at these
Oh
beautiful
my God,
hats.
that's nice.
We'll pass them out. You'll do it. Pass
What?
them right out to well, you're the president. That's what presidents do.
That's-
All of our players, lucky
Well,
hats.
I ain't going to give them a hat if they continue to struggle.
No, they need the hat, Jeff. They need the hat to, you know, get back in business.
Okay, that'll re-energize.
Right. If you want to just walk out there, if we ever get a break, today's show and just locate all of the players. That'd be great, and just distribute them.
Yep. Okay, I'll do that in both Horseshoe and Paris.
No, you'll be fine. You'll have like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Not a ton of chatter at the table between these three.
No. No. Yeah. Well, it's serious business out there. Playing for just $4 million up top with all 3 spots combined. Someone's going to win half of that. Ooh, just about $2 million.
Ostapchenko. 7 suited for Berg. Facing the sizable raise, blind versus blind. Oh wow, it just folds.
I don't have the discipline to fold Queen 7
you do
suited.
not.
No.
No, you do not. And you'd play the Queen 7 suited whether it's here at a 25K, which you would not be in, or on Play PokerGo, which you could be in. You can play free online poker anytime at Play PokerGo. No deposits, no risk, just pure action. Play cash games, tournaments, and don't miss the brand new No Gamble, No Future theme sit and goes featuring the Wheel of Game. Compete against players worldwide. Sharpen your game. Play now for free at playpokergo.com. Available on web, on iOS, and on Android.
Have you downloaded the app yet?
Yeah,
Play
love
PokerGo.
it.
The game is fantastic. That No Gamble, No Future layout.
With the wheel? That's so cool.
The game.
That's not blind, right?
You get it because we have the Wheel of Pain on the show, but this is the Wheel of Gain.
No, I never really understood it until you just pointed that out. Thank you, Jeff.
No problem. Berg with 2 kings in the small blind. Set the trap once more. He checks with the 7-6. And it comes 9-5-4. The open ender versus the overpair. Berg checks. And Lee tried to bet 300-ish or so. Got to be at least 4. Berg just check calls. The turn, though, is the 8 of spades. Jack Lee just buries it. Some trouble for the good doctor.
He is in trouble, but he's also, again, just so hidden. Certainly will lose chips. I just don't know if he loses all of them. This type of texture, this limped pot, blind versus blind, your opponent can have 2 pair. Your opponent can have a straight, especially when it goes bet flop, bet turn.
1.1 million on the turn. Berg calls river jack. $4.2 million in the middle. Berg checks now. How much from Lee?
Berg's got 8 million and change behind. We've seen Lee come with overbets in these spots. This time it looks like pots-ish, close to.
3.4 million.
You're just not loving life with kings. All of a sudden, it's like, oh boy.
With that said, good luck getting away from this.
Yeah. Hand is way too good. You just have to call. Sees the
Nice
bad
hand.
news.
Thank you.
Straight.
Yeah. That's an 11 million chip pot heading Jack Lee's way. Moves him up to about 25 million and moves Berg down to about 12.5 big blinds.
Nearing the danger zone for Berg.
That's good.
Thumbs up to his rail. That was a very good development. Jack Lee's supporters. As we look at the leaderboard brought to you by PokerStars, you can see it's pretty tight at the top once more between Ostapchenko and Lee, and then a big fall off. But we see Eli Berg, short stack, 5 million in chips. But he's been short-ish before, so I'm getting real set against 10 to get there. Not over yet, not over yet.
As long as you have tournament life, you have a chance. Oh, big one here. Just kidding, Jeff.
400.
Quick one. We're up to 6 people on the rail. One's leaving, so down to 5.
It's still it's a party.
Still a rowdy crowd.
Yes, it is. Not about the size of the boat, they say.
10 seconds.
Lee limps in with the ace-10 suited. Ostapchenko in there. Queen 3 of hearts, and now it's Berg with the Queen 7 off. He checks. Comes 7-4-4. 1 club, 1 heart, 1 7. Berg will fire here.
700.
700K. Lee calls. It does turn a flush draw. Berg checks.
All in.
And Lee jams.
I don't think we can fold Queen 7. Remember, Lee just limped in on the button here. If you got a 4, congrats. Although we beat a lot of 7s. Hands like 7-8.
Time
And what we can see, these backdoor clubs that are well disguised. Got to fade some outs, but sometimes you just got to put it in.
Does Berg agree? Opportunity this would be to get right back into this thing. Gone through a few time extensions. And lays it down.
I am shocked with that fold. He's left himself 8 bigs. I'm shocked. I thought for sure it was going in. I don't know how we get off of that.
You have 3 million, right? Around 3 million. Good. Thank you.
Raise 1,500,000.
All in.
Oh, and now jams the Jack 8 off.
I mean,
Andy might just have to call here, and he would be ahead.
Yeah. What is going on? Maybe just a close enough fold equity to where we can get this through, but I mean, a moment ago he could have called, is a huge favorite, and now he gets called by a better hand, Queen High.
Bad news for Eli Berg.
Good luck, guys.
Just a 60-40 dog, though, here. Wins this, he's back up to about 20 bigs. Queen 7-5 with 2 clubs. About as bad as it gets if you're Dr. Berg.
Well, last time he stood up and walked away from. Okay, now you can
Yeah,
see
last time I stood up, it helped.
completely.
So the flush
Not
does
this time.
come in.
Where do you have that hand?
Say good game to Eli Berg.
Ace 10 club.
What?
Ace 10 club.
Ace king clubs.
Ace 10 club.
Ace club. So yeah, I had a pair.
Gets the
You have
bad
a pair, right?
news.
Yeah. Pocket you something like that. Pocket you.
I had a 7.
Okay.
Lee's probably thinking, wait, what? You had a
Good
7?
playing, you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You
Yeah,
know,
you talk-
third place, nothing to hang your head
Oh,
about.
let's see.
Almost a $900,000 score, but that hand, I'm sure, will haunt him for a little while.
For you.
Regardless, hey, we're heads up. We're going to play for $2 million.
Yes, indeed we are. And you said it, those last 2 hands might haunt Berg for a little bit. He still leaves with almost $900,000. It's going to be close in this heads-up battle between Ostapchenko and Jack Lee for a World Series of Poker bracelet. They are heads up for almost $2 million next.
The NAPT is back this November, my babies.
This is going to be such an amazing event back in fabulous Las Vegas. I had such an amazing time at the NAPT last year. It was one of my favorite events.
Stay up to date through the PokerStars channels.
Come play with us this November.
I'll see you in Las Vegas.
Be there.
Oh, thank you.
Proud
You
of
did
you.
a great job, too.
Yeah.
Has asked for a count.
Well, this would be awfully ambitious.
This
Could
is
you
a lot for 2 5s.
If somehow Lee decided to call with the 5s, I think Frankland would have to fold the
Agreed.
2 10s. I don't. Maybe Lee, it's his favorite hand. I don't know. I thought he'd be out instantly.
Can't imagine he's going to be in. But is giving it what at least appears to be genuine consideration.
The guy could be batting 1,000 with 5s, always hitting a set. I don't know. Does fold. Now we found the real hand.
Franklin asks for confirmation.
You don't love it. You think you're flipping a lot. It's half your stack, give or take. But I think 2 10s, too much of a hand to consider folding. He does think Berg should be extra tight, cautious, careful, considering Yokosawa is so short.
Jacks, of course, being the ultimate nightmare, but to your point, flipping a lot, and then in these scenarios, it's fantastic.
How many have I used? 1.
Frankie, find the call with the 10s. Finds a call and the 10s hold. He's our new chip leader.
He's going to find it. There it is, Frankie.
Makes the call, going to be thrilled to see 2 7s. He shows his 2 10s. About 14 million in this pot. Berg needs to find a lucky 7. First 3, Kamese 6. No help to the good doctor who's on his feet.
Smart move, stand up. Maybe reach out for a handshake. That's how you summon the 7s.
When does the mic go off? Which I hate, by the way. I don't like when we take the mics off, just in case. Turn is a deuce.
Okay, now grab a backpack if you have one.
Oh, no, I think the mic is actually going to come off.
Yeah, rip it right out. There it is.
Oh, nope, gonna leave it on. Respect. Needing a 7 to stay alive. And finding a 7 on the river!
It worked!
6-6.
Take your seat, Dr. Berg.
That is insane.
The lucky 7 does arrive.
Wow.
That changes the whole dynamic of this tournament.
Yeah. It's a lot easier for me now. I'd rather have won, but...
10 seconds.
Lee opens here ace queen. Dr. Berg, the king jack suited. Makes the call. Queen 6-3, top pair for Lee, 3 of the royal for Berg.
We call it the good 3.
The good 3, we do call it that. 600,000.
$1.8 million.
Raise 1.2.
Ooh, the check. Yes, the check raised to 1.8 million.
On most occasions, this is quite nice, but step right into it against top pair, top kicker. There are plenty of turn cards that are very interesting.
Time extension.
Tell you, the good doctor, he's clearly put his work in off the felt. This is an outstanding texture.
Just so happens to run into it here.
10 seconds.
He makes the call. Got 5 million in this pot. Turn is an ace, aces and queens. Does provide Berg with the Broadway draw.
Berg really has to think about what he's repping at this point, and he does slow it down.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, back to the Horseshoe Las Vegas, and back to the 2025 World Series of Poker, where we are heads up for a World Series of Poker bracelet. It would be the first for both. In fact, there's only one bracelet among the four people you kind of sort of see in this picture. Jeff Platt has 0. Andy Ostapchenko has 0. He is 7-4 lifetime heads up. Chang Lee, his opponent, he has 0 World Series of Poker bracelets as well. All that to say, alongside me in the group is a World Series of Poker bracelet winner, and his name is Brent Hanks.
That's right, Jeff. I am the only one with a piece of hardware such as this. Take a look at the summary presented by Oats overnight. 392 entrants.
Winning is easier with 20 grams of protein. Please shake
Are you reading the promo ad here while we're going?
Yeah.
Okay. There you are.
No, that was good with
that
the
was good. Yeah.
entries.
Thank you for dropping that in. You could have said that at any time.
Well, I thought you were
How to
handing it
shake
over
it
to
up.
me after you said brought to you
20
by
grams of protein. Oats over.
It's great.
Night. I won my bracelet overnight. Evening hours, Jeff. You know,
It's
heads
online.
up record 7-1 for my
That's
career.
quite remarkable.
One of the best players. Well,
to ever do it.
Typically, if I'm in a nursing home, I'm considered
Yep.
one of the best
Top
players in the home. No offense to those that are, in an assisted living facility.
Right. And we don't mean to overshadow these two, of course. It's all about them as they hunt for bracelet number 1, and that bracelet would come with more than $1.9 million. And the rail has started to form. It took him a while as we look at Ostapchenko's bio board presented by PokerGO. The Harvard grad. So the art and filmmaking.
Good throwing.
Out in Southern California.
Keep 4, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll yeah.
Still at 200K, 400K with a 400,000 big blind ante.
Raise.
Is Mike Lee in the background?
How much is it?
1.1.
Are you sure that's 1.1?
No.
Really?
1.1?
It's 1.1. And you'll quicken the call. King 3 deuce. Deuces for Lee.
Check.
Turn ace. River 5.
2 million.
Ostapchenko leads for 2 million. Can he get paid off by the deuce? Cannot. Let's extend his chip lead.
Yeah. So you do have to sit right there. You've got the cameras on.
Because it's so.
That's what they're telling me.
He reorganizes his setup.
It's 800,000.
Always betting?
Huh?
Always betting?
No.
Do you want to finish?
I have no idea what was just said. That discourse, the exchange that they had.
I'm just surprised there was discourse.
Right.
Seven, 6, 5. 7s and 5s for Ostapchenko.
Sorry.
Turn 3. Okay. And he gets paid off. Very nice. Think you can now pick the field, jump in a quick picks on Splash Sports. If you're your fantasy game, pick more or less on player stats from head-to-head for real cash. Picks top of the leaderboard, take home the prize. Play now at splashsports.com when I put 15 your entry fee for the NBA Finals. You got the Pacers or the Thunder?
I got the Pacers,
Give
baby.
me the Thunder.
All right, you got it.
Even on.
Well, okay.
Ostapchenko raises button with the 6-5. He calls 10-8. Ace 9-4.
600.
look at Lee with the 10-8. The check raise, the win. That's got to feel good if you're Jack Lee. Again, an incredible turnout for the 25-day high roll. If you look at the amount of entries throughout the years, 2 up from 318 last year. Last year when Nick Schulman won, what was his 5th bracelet, ended up winning 6 later in 2024. Quite a memorable final table, winning a big flip against Ronald Rodriguez.
A few people ask me, I'm going to Stuttgart City.
So many things.
Everybody plays. Might play 2, I might play 10.
Out there. What is the collection of
people are good at scouting that out nowadays. And I always have a schedule on a spreadsheet.
This one's got a full suit on the shoes as well.
Mine's literally if I wake
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I had a nap, went golfing. Yeah, like I
Not part of our rail.
You used to wear a suit like that for the main event.
I did, yeah.
Head to toe, flamingo.
Pinkish. Can Schulman just get it done?
Yeah, I mean, please, we need it bad.
He's 7 for Lee.
10 seconds.
Turn 5. Gutters for both. For 10. Smattering of applause from the crowd.
Well, at least you can raise your game with Poker Stars.
Yeah.
NAPT Tour. It's coming back, Jeff.
There it is.
November is what I'm told.
Scan the QR code. I think they told everybody that.
No, mainly just me.
Wasn't really
They asked me to
exclusive.
break the
It's
news.
not cool.
It's going to be over at Resorts World.
Oh,
You ever
really?
heard of it? Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
10 seconds.
And for anybody that can hear us right now. We do apologize for the technical difficulties.
Sorry about that, folks. We're trying to get that fixed. Although if you're the ones who can hear us, then you're fine. So we're apologizing.
Well, no, they still can't see us.
Oh, but they can hear us?
Some can hear us.
Sucks for you guys then. Yeah, we sincerely apologize.
We could sing a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
The legend.
Okay.
That's the only line I know.
That's all we got.
To learn the Anex line.
It's something about her hair.
Yeah.
Her hair. You know, for the people that can't see anything, you're not consider yourself lucky.
And it's not a technical difficulty that you can't hear the players. It's just
10 seconds.
Lee limps in with the Jack 3. Ostapchenko checks with the Queen 4. Flop comes 8-8-6 rainbow.
Check.
Chat makes a good point. I should do more play-by-play if they can't see anything. The turn is a queen. So Ostapchenko does turn a queen. 8-8-6 queen 9.
I personally think you should just do more play-by-play because it's your job.
No, it's strictly because they don't have the video. Ostapchenko leads for 1.2 million. Jack in his hand. It looks like Lee wants to go nuts here.
10 seconds.
He raises to 5.3 million. Decision time for Andy, holding a queen on the 8-8-6 queen 9 board.
It is crafty. Obviously, Jack 10 would make a straight. And if he had an 8, he might play it like this.
Nice.
What a bluff by Lee. He gets it through with Jack high.
Gets the queen to go into the muck. That's a good one for Jack Lee, about 25 million. Ostapchenko at 34 million. We take a look at Jack Lee's battle board presented by Play Poker Go, the consultant out of South Korea. Graduate of both Stanford and Tokyo University.
Ostapchenko has 34 million, Lee with about 25 million. Starting to get a little bit closer. Big blind distribution, Ostapchenko with 83 bigs, Lee with 63.
Doesn't get much more exciting than heads up play with no video, so we thank you guys for sticking with us. Get that sorted soon.
Raise.
As Mixed Games FTW says, it's correct the video is not working, but it's, I'm trying to click on this chat feature or something. But it's correct the video is not working, but it's about the journey we are on and the friends we make along the way. Yes, thank you so much, Mixed Games. Beautiful sentiment. Ostapchenko, the slight chip lead on the button with the 6-5 on. Raises state enter K. Oh, and Lee with the deuces. flops a
Yes.
deuce. Ace, king, deuce.
There it is.
600.
With 2 diamonds.
And it's Ostapchenko betting with just 6 high.
Tune of 600,000.
Mallard season, full effect.
Check raise to 2.1 million. That'll be that. Ostapchenko holds. $31 million for him. 27.5 million for Lee. For you guys saying in the chat we should go radio mode. We're still recording these for our post-produced episodes, but we'll try to give you a lot more than usual. Lee bets 400K. Chenko makes the call, turn is an 8. Round of applause. Outside, not related to this event, which only those 4 people care about.
Which one of those 4, I believe, was that Andrew Moreno?
Sure hope not. We need that guy playing poker.
I think it might
It's
be
on
our
team.
fantasy
He's got to
player.
play.
Moreno is Ostapchenko bluffing with just a pair of 10s, turning it into a bluff on Queen 10, Jack 8, Ace. Meanwhile, Lee with aces and jacks.
That is 1.125 million.
Good bet.
Thank you.
Lee does fold the 2 pair. Wow. Seen a couple nice bluffs get through from both players. PokerGO blocks so much of my chat. It's remarkable.
Because you use
I like to use dashes and dots.
and height. You can't use it. It
Why
tells
not?
You, well, I don't know.
It says it's illegal.
Jeff, our
Seems quite
video
strong.
isn't even working. You think we're going to fix our shitty chat?
Raise to 800,000.
Ostapchenko on the button with the Queen 9 suited, Queen 9 of spades, raises to 800K. Lee, Queen 10 of clubs in the big blind.
Call.
Call.
Makes the call. Flop comes 8 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 5 of spades. The flush draw for Lee. The gutter and the backdoor flush draw for Ostapchenko. Turn deuce of diamonds. Bets in, Lee wins. Probably heard that round of applause. One of the outtakers, that is because we have a champion, and it is bracelet number 2 in the hands of Tyler Brown, winning the $600 Illinois event for more than $178,000. Congratulations to Tyler, super nice guy. Great to have him in the poker world, and he's really made an impact on that world within these last couple years. was on our fantasy draft board. We did not draft him. So we shall go.
Let it rip.
Yep.
Yeah, let it rip.
8.
800K on the button. We're going to do it the ace-9 winner. That was not Moreno on the rail, by the way, thankfully. It was really just some other dude with a beard.
Check.
10 seconds.
Check. Check.
And he has a pair of kings, folks. Sorry, I didn't.
You know,
describe
Scott
that
Venner,
very
by the
well.
way. Oh, and
Yeah.
a 10 on the river for
Lee, who makes a pair
Lee.
of 10s.
a small pot. Headed to Andy.
That's 1.4 and 1.2.
Clever
King 3,
little
4,
overbet.
6, 10.
Call.
Gets paid off.
Scott Venner, by the way.
Yeah.
Our buddy.
Scott.
Reached out and he said, you know, you can fix your website chat.
Lucky boy.
Very easy now with AI coding.
Lucky boy.
Unfortunately,
I'll tell you what.
not ours. Our
fucking
site was designed. Do you remember MySpace?
Yeah.
How do you know I have 10?
This was actually
back.
MySpace. We
It's
we
coming.
bought it and decided that's where we're gonna
And
watch poker
every
and
time
chat.
I type in the message, it like puts up a list of emails for me to,
Yeah.
like it thinks I'm
No, you
filling out
can't do
a
that.
sign-in form.
Right. No.
800. Call.
And this is an upgraded version. Andy raises to 800K on the button with the Jack Deuce of Hearts. Lee calls with the Jack 4 offsuit. Ace 5 Deuce with 1 heart. Goes check check. Turn is a 4. Both have a pair. And Lee leads on the turn for 600K. He calls. And the river is a 3, so straight is on the board. Ace 5 Deuce 4 3. Time extension used by Lee for 30 seconds more to act.
10 seconds. Time extension.
Over bet time. Lee bets 5.5 million. And draws the fold. Jack Lee's been very impressive heads up. Back up to about 26 million.
It's been very aggressive. It's picking up some hands, and he's going to be a handful. Already is a handful for Andy. Slight chip lead for Andy at 33 million. Lee, 26 million.
Lee with ace
8.
deuce on the button.
Raise to 800.
So 800K.
That's
Andy defends the 7-5 off. Let's flop a 5 as it comes queen 8-5. Couple clubs. Ostapchenko check calls 1.2 million, and the turn is the ace of clubs. Lee turns top pair. Ostapchenko has the 5 of clubs in his hand.
Great shot of that watch on the wrist, if that's what we're going to call it. I have no idea how Lee can tell time on that thing.
10 seconds.
He's going to bet 2 million into 4.4 with top pair. Decision time now for Andy. You got bottom pair and a small club, and he will fold. And it is just about even.
Yes, it is.
Few.
Gentlemen, since we just came back from break, I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward us through this break. I just want to let y'all know.
Yeah, that's
All right,
fine.
thank you.
Not only is Octopi Poker home to the best all-in-one study platform for players of all levels, but they're also giving you the chance to play in the opening event of the 2025 Poker Masters. Could be your ticket to compete alongside some of the game's biggest stars in poker's most phenomenal arena, the PokerGO studio. Enter for free now at pokergo.com/winmasters for your chance to win.
10 seconds.
Ostapchenko raising button with the king-jack suited. Lee calls with ace-8. It comes jack-10-8, 1 diamond. That's the suit that Ostapchenko has.
Check. Check.
Check, check. The turn is an ace. It's aces and 8s for Lee. Lee leads for 500K. Ostapchenko makes the call. And the river brings another ace. Ace is full for Jack Lee. He'll take the chip lead. Can he take more chips?
$4 million.
Time extension.
Another overbet. It's 4 million. Ostapchenko folds. Jack Lee takes those, so small chip lead.
And by the way, just everyone tuning in, if you can hear us,
go
back to your homepage right now on PokerGo. Okay, get
is it
completely
500
out of this.
now?
Go to the homepage, click on the new window that says "Watch Now" with the thumbnail of this show.
Next one.
And we're working.
And we're back.
We're back.
Beautiful. And Brent, I do have an update from WSOP at WSOP on X.
Oh, great! Another good tweet, huh?
So Vinny Langham was all in on the bubble with aces, which was not the nuts against João Vieira's 4s. Vieira flopped a set and turned quads to eliminate Langham on the bubble in event number 32. That was in the 50K high roller.
Whoa.
I think registration is still open.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right,
That event
this is
started
day
today.
one.
They're certainly not on the bubble. Okay, yeah, that's, and I love how they use the really cute suit emojis, you know,
That
in
was
the
nice.
tweet.
I like
It's
that.
very nice. It's very. Who was
Good
running their
bet,
Twitter?
good bet,
Giving our
brother.
friends at WSOP a hard time.
You're so serious.
Blind's going up 250K, 500K with a 500,000 big blind ante. Just about dead even.
10 seconds.
Andy makes a 1.5. He goes 3x when Leah's a good one.
10 seconds.
He'll make it 4.5 million. And we'll pick up the pot.
Thank you.
Look on the rail, we find one of poker's power couples, Brock Wilson, Cherish Andrews in the mix.
I believe they're here supporting their buddy Andy. And I think Brock is, they must be on break at that 50K you just mentioned.
On the bubble.
On the bubble, yeah. Not on the bubble. Might want to just ignore the WSOP Twitter account at this point.
Ace-8 suited for Lee.
2.
Raise 2.
Oh, look at that move with the hoodie slash scarf over the nose, kind of, but then it fell.
Call that the strangler. Very powerful maneuver in poker.
10 seconds.
About 120 bigs on the table, still plenty deep. King, Queen, 3, rainbow.
Five. Check.
Wish we could just fast forward to the end of this one. Do you have a fast forward button?
Is that because they're going to chop, Jeff?
Would be surprised if they didn't.
King.
What do you know? They chop it up.
Aya.
Who could have seen that one?
Aya. All in call? Maybe call. Nice call.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Look at the World Series of Poker bracelet. That comes with more than $1.9 million as we look at the payouts presented by Octopi. Second place guaranteed about 1.3. The biggest score of both of these players' tournament career. Split out mile. Ace 10 4 all spades. Leave the queen of spades in his hand.
5.
Check calls 500K. Turns a jack.
Check. $1.3.
Check raise, that will end that. Lee will extend his chip lead, right in some momentum. Biggest deficit that Ostapchenko has faced throughout this entire final table.
This guy's a human wrecking ball.
Really is.
Was it Havad Khan, the bulldozer, back in the day? WSOP,
Yeah,
do you remember him?
Absolutely. He certainly came in like a wrecking ball to day 3 of this 25K. Just a little Miley Cyrus for you. Big deal.
10 seconds.
Check.
And he bumps a 5.
5.
Check calls 500K.
Check. Check.
Turn 6, check, check. River jack.
Check.
Nice call.
Ostapchenko wins.
Put that move.
Check.
10 seconds.
$1.4.
Four into the monk. most entertaining heads-up battles we've seen. There's one person in the audience.
Yeah, having a great time.
I think there's one person in the entire audience. We're heads up for $2 million in a World Series of Poker bracelet. There's one person in there.
Raise 1.5, maybe.
10 seconds.
They're playing for $2 million.
Yeah.
Time extension.
Now that everyone's back, you can finally see the watch that we've been talking about. Allegedly, that thing is like $1 million watch.
What?
Yeah.
Does it tell time?
I don't. It's got to do a lot more than tell time. Why would anyone pay that much money for something?
See how
that,
it even tells time?
Well, it's. I don't know what it does. Maybe it's turned him into some sort of poker robot. He's got access to all the tools and tech right through the watch. He's a human solver.
1.3 million, Andy on the button. With the Queen 10. It's the call. It does flop a 10 as it comes 10-9-9. After it goes check, check on the turn.
2.
10.
And Lee gets paid off on the river to extend his lead to about 14 million. Let us check in once more on the 10K No Limit Juice to 7 Single Draw Championship. That event is now in the money. And look at the pile of chips in front of Daniel Negreanu. To about 1.1 million.
Is that the chip lead?
Would imagine so.
We're getting down to it as well.
Poker Hall of Famer Brian Rascal, Negreanu's right.
I would imagine there's 30, 40 people left tops in that event.
Race.
Negreanu cooking for bracelet number 8. Give the man another pot.
Call. 6.
Yeah.
Call.
Time extension.
Lee raising to 1.6 million, pretty sizable. And speaking of sizable, Ostapchenko makes it 6 million with the ace king. Lee calls with the king 4 of hearts. Flops the open ender and the flush draw. Checks.
He has flopped the whole world with king 4 of hearts. Is he just sending it? How much is he going to bet here?
reaching for the Peach 1 million chips.
10 seconds.
And firing 6 million.
Andy only has 16 million. If he thinks the door could be open to just stuff at home. This is something to think about.
10 seconds. Time extension.
Just check call. Now 24.5 million in this pot.
Wow.
Ostapchenko has 10 million behind. And the turn is the king of diamonds. A welcome sight to both.
It's going in.
And when it does, Lee will just be about a 60-40 underdog to win a World Series of Poker bracelet. Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act.
10 seconds.
You still have
Inquires
7, 8,
about the
9,
stack.
10 million.
10 million more?
I think he knuckled.
He
just
did. He
checked
checked back. And he rivers 2 pair.
All in.
And he sees a jam. The call is made, the tournament is over, and Jack Lee is a World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
Good game.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
The handshake at the end might not feel like it in this
I ran
room.
like fucking shit the whole time.
Thank you.
And not thrilled
I got
on his
it.
way out. Still
Oh,
a
he's
nice score for
frustrated.
him. And it's
Yeah.
Jack Lee
Yeah, it
with
was a
bracelet
river two pair
number
on
1.
me.
It's worth
I had
more
ace
than
king.
$1.9 million. Quite the run.
Nothing that Andy could have done there
Yeah.
in that spot. He's just going broke every time. But hey, you know, broke from the tournament, but you just added $1.2 million to your bankroll. And this kid will get a bracelet. He'll get multiple in his career.
And now Jack Lee has one in his career. He wins a massive 25K no limit high roller at the World Series of Poker. We sum it up with a look at the final results. Here's your stars. Lee's name on top for the biggest first place prize so far. 2025 World Series of Poker. It's Ostapchenko's biggest winner score, winning almost 1.3. Eli Berg in third, Franklin in fourth. Worldwide, Masato Yokosawa eliminated in fifth. The 2015 World Series of Poker main event champion Joe McKeehen out in sixth. 392 entries in this event, and this man is our champion, jumping up and down, holding a World Series of Poker bracelet in his hands. He is the winner. An action-packed final table, which is what we expected going into this one. What a field, what a final table, and what a champion for our entire crew. For Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time at the 2025 World Series of Poker. Congratulations to our 25K High Roller champion, Jack Lee. Good night.